Hello, everyone.
Howdy.
Hi out there. It's William and Andrew here from Allegory Gallery, and we are at Star Cottage Studio in the Bead Room in our filming studio, coming to you live today. What a beautiful Monday it is here in Western Pennsylvania. We have 68 degrees as a high today, and it's been a little bit breezy and not humid. Beautiful day. We've been doing errands most of the day. This is my day that I get off the store a little bit. I still was down there. I talked with Annie about our bee felting class. So if you're a local, we have worked out a time and date for the bee felting class that we are going to be releasing most likely tonight. I got to make a listing for it all. And you'll be able to sign up for that tonight, hopefully. If not tonight, tomorrow night when I get home from my other job.
October 5th.
4th or 5th?
I'm pretty sure it's the 5th.
Yeah, one of those, October 4th or 5th. It's going to be a Thursday, whatever that Thursday is. It's a Thursday night, and it's going to be from 5 to 8 p.m. We most likely, Annie's saying, will not need all 3 hours, but I always like to give beginners a lot of time so that they don't feel pressured. It's the 5th. So October 5th, 5 to 8 p.m. Thursday. That's going to be our bee felting class with our new helper, Annie. And I have to get the costing worked out and all of that yet. We have...
Are you sure you're going to make that time exactly that? What if they get out of work at 5?
Well, we are always super concerned about people driving at night. So we're trying to get it so that it's done before it gets too dark, even though by that time probably 8 is pretty dark. But Annie is saying it probably shouldn't take that long, but we're giving us time in case. So
well, if you finish early, you can leave.
Yes, if we finish early, of course, you can leave early.
Or hang out.
So we were trying to work on a weekend, but that's Fort Days coming up, and Annie has a thing on the weekend before that, and then the next weekend is the Witches in Town and our new show, which we're going to be hanging. So we had to fit it in. I know it's not a Friday or a Saturday night, which we were hoping for, but it's going to be a Thursday. So hopefully we'll get some people who want to do that in town. I know I had a number of people who I know are retired who said they wanted to take the class. So this will be a great chance for y'all to come in and do that. We're going to start probably with a class from 8 to 10 signups in store. And then we'll see how that goes if we get signups. And based on that, we'll know how many supplies we have for a virtual class, because Annie's also going to teach this virtually. But we have to see how many signups we get in store first, and what supplies we have left to send out for kits, because we'll have to send you a kit virtually for the virtual class. So we are offering the bee felting class virtually. It's just going to be a little bit down the road yet. But if you're local, we have the dates for you, okay? So that was exciting. Finally, it's like I can mark that checkbox off a little bit, at least halfway for the in-store one. It's been hanging out on the to-do list for quite a while, but we're not felters. We're not fiber people, so getting everything together was a new experience, kind of. And
well, I'm a fiber person, but I don't have enough for everybody.
Right, and you don't have a supply list, you don't have a vendor list, so we had to find all that. So that is happening.
Tell them about that, where the wool came from.
Yes, the wool comes from a woman near Baltimore, which is actually very short distance from us. She retired. Her name is Carlene. She retired, and she is now in her late 70s, I believe, which you would never expect that. I thought she recently just retired in her early 60s. She's a go-getter. She has lots of energy, and she retired and started a farm. And her farm.
How do you want to spend your retirement? Manual
labor, right? So she started a farm, and she has alpacas, I believe she said. She has peacocks, I think. She has sheep, of course, where we're getting all the wool. And she has now hundreds of chickens because when that bird flu was going around and farmers were trying to get rid of their chickens and threatening to kill them all, she adopted a lot of them from nearby farms. So she's been a little crazy herself with all these extra chickens that she's had recently. So I need to ask her which sheep our wool came from, because she knows exactly which sheep each color of wool has come from. So, which I think is super cool. So we're partnering with another small business to get the wool for this project. And if you all like this, Annie is coming up with another wool felting project. It's going to be a little different than a creature. It's going to be more of a flat kind of painting with wool kind of thing, I think. And
just another tool set for working with felting.
Yeah. So we're going to be coming up with the project for that, and we should have that release date ready for anybody in store to sign up when you come and take your class. So when you take the B class, you're going to have first dibs on signing up for this next project if you want to.
Because the wool is limited edition, kind of.
Yeah, the wool is limited edition. We don't know if we're going to always be able to do every project with Carlene, because Carlene has a very, what Annie calls kind of a luxury wool. It's a very long, silky wool. And for some of these types of painting projects, you want a shorter hair wool. Or shorter, is it hair? Shorter strand. So Carlene doesn't offer that. So we're going to see where we're heading. But at least for the animal creatures and things that we're doing classes for, hopefully we'll do more than just a bee. We are going to be working with Carlene for that. And it's up to what she has available in stock, because I think this year, because of all the chickens, she hasn't been able to get as much of the wool. So there you go. Marion says it's called a staple of wool. Thank you. Suzanne asking, is this beginner friendly? Yes, this is meant to be a beginner wool felting, dry wool felting. This is not wet felting, dry wool felting class. So it will be beginner friendly. We will do on October 5th from 5 to 8 p.m. on Thursday. We will be doing the in-store class. And then depending on how many signups we have for that, we will know what stock we have to do a remote teaching class. So
I don't think she's been to the cottage yet.
No, she has not.
I hope you warn her.
I always warn people. It's messy. Most crafters are like, yeah, I get it. It's fine. It's fine. She's talked about her. She's like, it's fine.
I told Barb one day when I was cleaning, and she's like, thank you for warning me.
He said, be careful when you open the door. There's a lot of stuff in front of it right now. And she was thankful for the warning, because she, you know, when you're not thinking, you just open the door and you walk in. And she was happy not to have just walked in on that. Suzanne is here, of course. We're just chatting. Harry is here. Thank you for joining. Hello, Cheryl. Hello, Michelle. Hello, Patty. Thank you for joining in with us today, Patty. I don't see your name often pop up, so thank you. If you're new, I hope you'll subscribe. If you're not new and you're usually watching but not saying too much, thank you.
Patty started talking last time.
Patty Myers, maybe. Was that Patty last time?
I think so. Welcome back, y'all.
Yeah, welcome back. Welcome back. There's a lot of same names sometimes, and I don't remember the green circle, but that could change.
What is it? Patty? Other Patty?
I know, it's like
other
how many Patties?
For a while, we had a lot of
Julie's, Susans we had for a while. Right, we still have some Susans coming up. Michelle is with us. Suzanne says, got some D-Stash goodies from AG today. So exciting. Thank you. I did send out invoices for the most current Andrew Thornton Project D-Stash last night. Please look over your invoice and make sure it looks okay. I did that late at night. And my brain was a little bit fried, but I think I only had one goof up, which was because I didn't look at my own notes. So I'm working with those two people. Somebody wanted to split a strand, and normally we never ever do that because it's a nightmare And when we have to give the information to Barb and make sure Barb remembers by the time she gets to actually packing that item. But normally what we do is one person buys it, and if you're friends and you want to split it, you deal with that on your own. But I told them this time, if they want to split it, well, because I'll probably be shipping it because Barb's on vacation for a few days, I will personally do that.
Visiting the grandbaby.
Yeah, she's visiting her grandbaby. So, grandson. So, yeah. But normally, just so y'all know, we don't do that. Okay?
No splitting.
No splitting. No. If you want it and you want to share it with people, you buy it or somebody buys it and then you ship it out to everybody. But because
if you need time to collect money, we'll give you grace period for that. But
yeah, otherwise it's yeah. Michelle never got an answer back from Irma because I have not done those yet. I have not done the Letty Lovendale items yet. Those I accidentally left them here, and I meant to do those at home the one night, and they were here, and so I got to remember to do those. So that's why. Don't worry, we'll get to it.
She got the money burning a hole in her pocket.
I guess. I think what you wanted was, I can't remember. Anyway, I will get to it. Don't worry. I didn't get any of the LL lots done yet, so it's been with the anniversary celebration, which we're still kind of doing. We've been busy. So
we're calling it our 12-year anniversary campaign.
There you go. 12-year anniversary campaign. It's a longer campaign than just the weekend. But the 25% off in-store did end. That was in-store and online. We had a 25% sale.
That helped launch the 12-year anniversary campaign.
There you go. So that's over, but we have more stuff coming your way. Thank you to everyone.
12-year anniversary
campaign. Thank you to everyone who bought something for the
12-year anniversary campaign.
And we sold out on some of those bead blends
during the 12-year anniversary campaign.
And yeah, so we are thankful for that. I think we sold out of the kits too. I'm pretty sure, which is kind of amazing, kind of nice. So today we are working with some glass cabochons that we got. Going to give you great prices, I hope, on these. I think they're really great prices. We have a number of them available, and I hope you like them. I hope you're going to like them. We're also, when we were doing our start to the 12th anniversary campaign, we realized we were doing giveaways the other night. If you didn't join us on the Zoom, there were a lot of giveaways that we did. We did 12 plus giveaways. And those giveaways were kits that we used to sell. And we had a lot of people saying, oh, I never saw that kit, or how did I miss that kit? So we decided that before I take all the kits into the physical store, I've been moving them down slowly, a little bit at a time, so people see them. They don't get overwhelmed with too many at once.
Some of them are already taken apart.
Yeah, some are already taken apart. We used for pieces and parts. But we figured before we get to doing all of them, we're going to offer them here to you again. One last chance at some of our old kits. They are going to be 25% off. So we're continuing that 25% sale on these, what used to be their old retail prices. The prices that we'll have marked already have the 25% discount on them. So you don't have to do any mental math to figure out what you're paying. We're going to show you what it is, but just know that all the prices, if they look low to you, it's because they are. They're 25% off. So if you missed some of our kits before, or you want to stock up on ones that you really loved and used and they sold well for you, or you made things that sold well from them, you're going to get another chance at a lot of them here. And we may continue this tomorrow or on Wednesday or on Thursday, whenever I'm back here, or if Andrew wants to continue with them, because we have more. We only got through a number of them today after all of our errands and all of our things to show them to you. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Let me talk to more people here Norma is with us. Hello, hello. Teresa has joined in. Whoops. And the comments just skipped. Okay, let's jump back here. Marianne says, do I really need another craft? Yes. Yes, you do.
I'm gonna incorporate them together though.
Yeah, and Annie is going to incorporate some. So she's taking some charms and some things, and she's going to show you with the bee as an addition how you could add beads or charms onto it, how you could string it to hang it from the ceiling or from somewhere. So she's going to give you some variations on the bee too when she's teaching that class.
The other thing is you can make your own beads out of felt.
Mm-hmm.
And ornaments.
Make little felted beads once you learn the felting technique. So it's going to be, yeah, you need another one, Marianne. It's okay. It's okay to have many crafts. It's all right. Don't be afraid, right? Susan is with us. Hello, Susan. Teresa says, I got my AG order today. I hope all is well. I hope you love what you got. Julie is here. Hello, Julie.
Which Julie? Listener?
Yes. Cheryl says, I emailed you back on that. Okay. I was checking the for once, I was actually checking the Facebook comments. So I'll check for your email. Doesn't sound like the split will go through. That's all right. We can take that off. If no one wants the whole strand, we can go ahead and I'll take those off the invoices. Cheryl says, on the flip side, I got an amazing square AG box in the mail. Good, 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 good. Patty says, I'm a subscriber and placed orders, just working a lot. Thank you for the welcome. Our company is changing over computer programs, so out of a lot of loops. It's hard when you have to change over a computer program. I'm working on that. We did a new website here. I redid the website earlier, and also my other job, I'm working on a lot of that right now. There's some old tech that we're trying to switch over. So
we're redoing the website at Touchstone too.
Oh, the website at Touchstone. Andrew's on that committee.
But I don't actually have to do anything.
Oh, he's on the board.
I'm just like, this looks pretty. That's not pretty.
But that's been a long process for them too.
It's a very expensive process.
Yeah,
wow.
It's not inexpensive to do stuff like that. So thank you for your support, Patty.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
And did you mention Jen's tutorial?
I did not mention Jen's tutorial yet. Marion says, not afraid except in the sense of more money leaving home. I get that. I get that. So Jen's tutorial this weekend, did you see it? It was super quick. Super quick. Quick like a bunny, as my mom used to say. It was a check glass and vintage plastic earring pair that she made, and that can take on so many forms. It's basically just a quick tutorial on how to make a simple pair of earrings, and you can change it up to make however many and whatever combination you want. The vintage plastic, we did list a link from our website because we still have some of those beads on our website. So if you actually wanted the vintage plastic drops that she showed, there is a link. I don't know if they've sold out yet or not, but there was a link to the website for that. What else? It was good. So I hope you liked it if you saw it. Cheryl saw a number of people. It was actually, I hate to say this because so many people made great things from it, but the video itself was one of the worst performing Saturday morning tutorials for some reason.
You never know how that goes.
Yeah, and especially I thought it was going to be really good because it was shorter, but also because it was shorter, it may have been because the watch time was lower on it, possibly, is why it didn't perform as well. But in any case, a lot of people had fun with it. So that's what matters to us the most. And we're glad you enjoyed it. If you didn't see it, please go to our YouTube channel, check out our Saturday morning tutorial playlist or just the tutorial playlist, and you'll see it pop up there. It's check glass and vintage plastic earrings. We have done, I think it's 29 Saturday morning tutorials already.
Can't believe it.
I can't believe I've edited 29. I know it feels like sometimes, but I don't remember editing 29 of those tutorials. So thank you all for watching those with us.
We actually did 30, but one didn't turn out.
Yeah, we did 30, and I got most of the way through, and I got to the point where I was just like, because Jen was a little bit off camera because we didn't have the camera set up the same way we do now. And it was off camera a little bit, and it was out of focus too much. There were actually, I think, two. One was off camera and one was out of focus too much. So we didn't debut them. So we almost did, I think, 31. And I go to the point where I edit a lot of the footage just because maybe if it's out of focus in one point, maybe it'll get better. One of those videos, it did not get better.
You can piece it together.
Yeah, if I can piece it together or chop some parts out or, you know, make it work, or even if it's just fuzzy a little bit in one part, if it gets better, I can deal with that. But one of them, it didn't get better, and one we were pretty much out of the camera most of the time. So you never know when you film. Sometimes things like that happen. We almost lost an entire thing of footage because my phone battery went dead one time.
Speaking of which,
I know. Right now my phone's charged up, but I'm going to plug it in. I know, right? I'm going to plug it in right now.
Just in case.
Yeah.
What did everybody do over the weekend?
What did y'all do when you weren't hanging out with us? Anybody have any fun things going on?
We had a late night on Friday together.
Was that Friday?
Yeah, that was Friday.
Like, what day was it? Late night Friday.
Pizza party.
We had the pizza party. We had we didn't have cake. We had cake, but we didn't show you us eating the cake.
I was like, why do people need to watch us eat?
I know, nobody needs to watch us eat. If everyone else was eating, it could have been different, like at a party when you're hanging out together. But when no one else is eating, we're not going to eat in front of you.
I know. It's like, imagine the stills that come with that. You need what? Gargantuan mouth it.
Right. Harry says, I fired the kiln again today with both bisque and some glazed items. I posted on Facebook a picture of the new figures, a Henry VIII rabbit, and a Santa cat. Cute. I didn't see that today yet.
They look good.
Susan's moving over to Facebook because I don't want to drain my phone battery and I'm on my iPad. Wish YouTube did closed captioning for lives. Yeah, it's hard. I know, it's hard.
It does it after the fact.
It does it after the fact. I often wear my headphones when I'm listening because Andrew doesn't like to listen to the same things I listen to all the time.
Yeah, no.
So I put in my headphones and listen a lot.
I was like, are you watching The Bachelor?
And if you've not tried the Apple AirPods, I'm just telling you, they're nice. Especially the AirPods Pro. They will block out noise like nobody's business. They're super good. So if you've been on the fence about getting AirPods Pro 2, the new ones, I got them because I had to replace my other ones, my smaller pair that died, and I love them. I go running with them. They connect to my watch. You don't even need a phone when you go running anymore. They just stream music from your watch to your AirPods, and I use noise transparency when I run those so people can hear. So I can hear people, so I don't get killed, right? So I can hear things around me. It's amazing. It's almost like they're not even in your ears. It's so weird. It's a bizarre thing. Let's see here. Oh, Marion says those look great, Harry. Teresa's working on a new catalog. Let's see what else. Our neighbor Susan says people make money on Facebook just sitting and eating. You never know.
They can do it.
Andrew's like, they can do it. If people want to pay me to sit here and eat in front of you, maybe I'll do that. It depends how much you're paying. Depends how much you're paying. I'll be naked from here up. How about that? Just pretend I'll go.
I don't need that.
My mom says football game to watch and a little cheerleader and first birthday party. Yeah. My mom's had a busy weekend. With Luke and his first birthday party, our nephew, which we didn't get to because we were working for our 12th anniversary celebration campaign.
You keep making it longer. It's already long enough.
12th anniversary campaign.
It's going to be 12-year anniversary campaign of love and light.
Celebration.
Universal appreciation, gratitude campaign.
Suzanne says, not making money from me. I think it's what she says, not from me. I'm guessing that's what she's referring to.
She don't want to see us eat?
You don't want to watch us eat? Susan says, I don't see the attraction from that either.
Yeah, I have other things to spend money on.
Michelle says, I took advantage of your 25% sale and ordered a bunch of stuff. Sorry I couldn't spend any more. We're just happy you're grabbing stuff and supporting. We are thankful for that. Never apologize for not being able to spend more. We get it. We get it. We know you all buy from us when you can.
Yeah, we know you have a lot to think about.
Yeah, you've got a lot going on.
I went to that Cambria Iron Conference.
Yeah, Andrew took a little trip.
Over the mountain.
Through
the mist.
Through the mist.
It's always like, I was like, why did we pick a building in Johnstown? There's always like weather on the mountain.
Yeah, it's kind of sometimes really bad.
But that was fun. I got to hang out with my favorite, Elizabeth Brim. I probably embarrassed her a lot. So like, here is my favorite, Elizabeth Brim. And people like, we know.
We know. We've heard.
We've heard. Like her favoritizing.
Andrew makes it a point to tell many of his teachers that his favorite teacher is Elizabeth Brim.
And then one was like, so I'm second favorite? I was like, nah.
Not even in the top 10.
Like, keep trying.
You work harder.
Maybe next time. Would be nice, but no.
Right. Susan says, I don't even watch myself eating and drinking. Why would I want to see anyone else do that? Cats are the exception, however. I know, we're just going to put a cat cam up with our cats eating the food. It's feeding time, going live.
Feed up time.
Right.
You know, I watch that.
Andrew's like, I do watch those, actually.
I watch a cat eat. Human, I did.
Right. Teresa's with us. Hello. Marion says, I have watched people eating, and if they focus on the food, it's not that bad. I guess if it's interesting food, or if it's like weird food, or people trying different things, maybe.
Yeah. I watched that show that Andrew Zimmerman would travel all over, and he would get weird foods. Yeah.
Teresa says, I received some of my lots today. That's good. Yeah, we are working on things in stages. So if you've noticed, the 1 week we did a lot of, what were they, FL lots? So those went out. And then we did some TB lots, I think we called them. And then those are working on going out. So it makes it a lot easier for Barb, especially since we're also cross-promoting those in the D-Stash group. So once the D-Stash winds up, that whole group then starts to go out. And that's kind of how we're doing it, to keep things sane a little bit here on this side of things. So you will notice if we do a multi-week event or multi-day event, I'm not usually adding shipping to every single invoice you get. If you get multiple invoices through that event, I'm just doing it once. But then once we switch letters and the lot numbers, then we are getting, then you get another amount for shipping, and that helps keep everything. It helps Barb's in her heart not try to combine everything. I'm like, they're shipping again. We'll restart on the next batch. So you will always.
Going out every day.
Yeah, we've had a lot of stuff going on every day. So
some of the bigger stuff, like is taking a little bit longer because there isn't like a formula yet.
Yeah, like my pottery, that I fixed the issue with the vendor. They sent the wrong thing, and they sent the wrong amount of things, too little.
If people don't mind recycle packaging, I can help start.
It's easier. We still don't have enough for everybody. So yeah,
this week we'll get it out.
We will get it out, and I should have those packing materials by Friday, they said at the latest. So we should be able to start packing up the ceramics hopefully next week or this weekend. We will see if it actually arrives and if it's the right stuff.
I didn't get to talk more about that conference.
We'll keep talking then.
Well, it was a lot of fun, and they ran the Chambersburg hammer, which is over 3,000 pounds, I think. I don't know.
The
It's
big hammer.
huge.
The big hammer.
The pieces of metal that they were working on were over 500 pounds, and they had it all hooked up to like a pulley system, and it shook the ground. I was standing underneath this other hammer, and when it shook the chains over my head, and I got a little bit nervous because I didn't want to get like Final Destination up in Johnstown.
I said, my grandfather used to work in the steel mills. I said, imagine, like, he was a little bit hard of hearing. And I said, imagine having that every day, day in and day out, that kind of noise. Like, I can't even imagine noise that shakes the floor.
Yeah, I wore my headphones.
Yeah, he had the big head muffs that have noise canceling on them.
Yeah, that was almost too much noise canceling though, because I was like, oh, I can't hear anything.
You could hear the booms, but not the talk.
I could feel,
Yeah,
but I couldn't hear nothing.
that's good. Helps your hearing though.
Yeah, that helped my hearing, but people be like, I was trying to talk to you. I was like, oh, well.
Zuzana says, I ordered some pearls from you guys. Can't wait to get them all the way up here in Canada. Thank you for doing so. We hope you enjoy them. Most of our pearls. I think I saw your order come in because it was a new name. And I was looking at it. And you got some of the vintage ones. The vintage pearls, they're nice.
He's like, who's this?
Yeah, they're nice for the price. They're good quality. I think you're really going to like them. We have a number of Canadian customers. Amanda commenting above you and Marianne. They order from us often and we appreciate that. We give you all our cost on postage up to Canada. We don't increase the price on y'all. So whatever we are charged, and that's the same for the majority of our shipping. Pretty much whatever we are charged, you are charged. We don't try to make money off of shipping.
We probably should.
We probably should to cover the materials we use. But,
oh, wow.
You know, we try and do our best for you. So
it's a little perk.
Yeah, it's kind of a perk. And for those of you in other countries, it's absolutely the best we can do. We've had people ask if we can do better on shipping. We can't, because we give you cost. We give you our shipping cost. If we were a bigger company that gets better shipping rates, maybe. But we do give you cost on our shipping.
I looked into that, and the amount that you have to ship is, you do it by, what they do is you fill up a flat, and then it gets shipped to a processing center, and then it gets shipped out.
Yeah.
And so if you
and that already happens with some of our shipping. We ship to a New York center for some of our Canadian shipping, and it gets dispatched from there. But we don't have to fill up a flat to do it.
Yeah, that's for that bulk pricing.
Yeah.
And you don't do that yet.
We couldn't do that. We don't
Not
have
yet.
enough. I know, not yet. We don't have enough customers up there ordering stuff, but maybe someday. Tell your friends.
Yeah.
Tell your friends. So go ahead. You were sure you had more to talk about the conference.
Oh, am I allowed?
I'm just doing comments before they run out of things.
Yeah, no, it was fun. I got to spend time with a bunch of people and meet people that I only know on the internet, and that was a lot of fun. And
Yeah, you thought you weren't going to know anybody.
yeah, I was a little bit nervous. I was like, am I going to go there and then they're not going to, I'm not going to know anybody, and then it's going to be stranger danger time? Because I've done that where I've been, like, I haven't known anybody at all, and it was, like, super awkward.
Mm-hmm.
Especially sometimes with blacksmithing, it kind of attracts a certain type of people, and they're not always in favor of other types of people. And so one time I went to this like blacksmith hangout, and I was like, help, help.
But I do have to say, like, anyone I've met from that community has been actually very nice and very welcoming for the most part.
Yeah, for the most part, everybody's super
like, even
nice.
people like Andrew's bought a few tools from like local blacksmiths and people who just do it in their backyard, and you know, we're gay. He's brown. It's not always a thing. It's not always easy, but I have to say all the people that I've met with Andrew have been exceptionally nice and willing to teach and show him things, and they usually give you a few little extra things when you get something from them. So it's actually been really nice.
Yeah, but so I was nervous because you never know.
Mm-hmm.
Because I get that like the spidey sense, so I don't get a brick to the back of my head.
Yeah, you don't want that.
And so
And you're probably not going to get that at a conference, but you never know if there's a crazy person there, right?
Anyways, but it wasn't like that. Everybody was super nice. And I talked so much that I was hoarse.
I liked your little reel or story or whatever you put up here this morning.
With some other dude narrating.
Yeah, that was actually kind of cool though. It fit the purpose.
I kind of didn't. I don't actually know how to do that. You can use these things where you take a template and then you put things. Because I put more pictures, and there were more pictures of Elizabeth, and they only showed one picture.
Oh.
And I was like,
It's like the whole point was to show my favorite.
Correct.
Since it was about her practically.
Or... It's like some of these people, I don't know them. No, it was fun.
Cheryl says, yes, the reel was really cool. Suzanne says, William, because your shipping costs are affordable, I buy more from you. Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah, we do our best. Amanda says, how was that almond cake? Delicious. I think I still have a piece, unless Andrew got into it last night.
Maybe.
Maybe, he says, maybe.
Find out.
But do you have more to say? Am I cutting you off?
Oh, look at the passive aggressive.
No, I'm asking because I'm going to talk about where we went grocery shopping for the first time.
Well, I was going to say, since we were talking about the pottery earlier, you should talk about your pottery.
My pottery. I'll do that too. So I did a quick preview of my wood-fired pottery that I got back this weekend.
Look good.
Chris and Claire were kind enough to deliver it to me after they unloaded the kiln on Saturday because I didn't get up there for that. And I got a bunch. I didn't know I made that much. I forgot, but I got a. I know. No, they were all on my shelf, Paul said.
They threw in some extra.
But Paul did some of the trimming on the bottoms of them because I couldn't get back there, but and he trimmed them and initialed for me on all of them. So they're all mine. But I got them back and I love them.
They turned out good.
They turned out really good. Andrew was like, when's the next firing you can get in on?
I know.
But it's just
make that money, honey.
It's a special clay, and I gotta get it set up for myself set up because we don't use that clay anywhere else in my other class. But
I want you to do raccoon next.
They're talking about doing a raccoon class to teach how to do it. So maybe
I got him signed up.
He's getting me going.
Next year, you're going to apply for a scholarship touchdown.
Oh, boy. My mom says it was great. Loved all the pieces. Marion says I love them, too. Thank you. I took individual pictures of each one yesterday, and some of them are going to be going up for sale. I might keep one or two for myself. Give my mom one, too. She hasn't gotten any. You know, it's like your kid does pottery for the first time. They usually bring you something. My poor mom has not gotten any pottery yet.
Well, it's probably good she waited.
I don't know. Some of those were nice. Y'all got nice stuff that you purchased.
I know, but we got the first we kept the first ones you made.
Yeah, we did keep the very, very first ones I've ever made.
And those were a little bit thick.
Yeah, they were. My mom says patiently waiting. Harry says the colors are interesting. Yeah, I have to talk to them because I asked them because they asked me when they were loading the kiln because I couldn't be there for that, if I wanted glaze on any of them, and I said no. But some of them look like there are dashes of glaze, but I have to ask if that's from the glaze melting and like dripping onto my stuff, or how that all worked, or if they did do a few of them with just because, or if that's just what happens in the kiln sometimes.
You saw that one at Touchstone because they have a similar kind of setup. Mm-hmm. They just built a brand new Gamma. How you call that? No Magama?
I don't know. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know that
look it
word.
up. It starts with an N. It's a Japanese word. It's one of them ones that they have to fire for 50 hours or whatever.
48-hour process.
And Naragama, I'm making stuff up, y'all.
Well, I won't be able to verify it anyway.
Yeah, anyway, so they have a pot that they put in every single firing, and it's like they haven't added glaze, but it's like covered
in stuff. Yeah. So I'm guessing it's probably just glaze that ran around or got blown around, or I don't know how it all works.
Maybe vitrify or something.
Yeah, if the clay vitrifies, I don't know. So I got to ask Steve how that process works, or maybe Paul has talked to him about that.
I also have a book.
You do have a book. Cheryl says, Mom definitely needs some pieces. I saved all of my daughter's pieces in a curio cabinet. That's what we do. Nice. Michelle says, so when will you get your own kiln? We have a little one. I could do like little beads and stuff in it, or little vessels. But my uncle said that my grandmother's kiln is on his property in a shed in his backyard. So he said,
have to run 220 for that time.
Yeah, we'd have to run a 220 current for it, and which shouldn't be too hard, probably.
Luckily, we know someone.
Is
Diane watching?
I know, Diane. We know someone. And then we'd have to check to see if the kiln ran, and we'd have to recoil it if it doesn't run. But from what I hear, it's not that bad of a process. We've recoiled a little one. Never had to do a big one, but change out the elements. So yeah, Diane says, I know a guy that could run that for you, right? Michelle says, and pottery wheel. I have a pottery wheel. I've had a pottery wheel for about 2.5 years, and I've never even plugged it in yet, which is awful to say, but we got it when we could, and I just don't have a setup for it yet.
Yeah, he worked really hard to earn the money for that.
And then we didn't use it.
Not yet.
And it's a good wheel. Like, that's the thing, is it's a really nice wheel, and I should be able to do anything I want to do on it.
I think it's good that he's getting to hang out with other people too.
Yeah.
Meet other makers.
Yeah.
Build up in the pottery community.
We'll see. Maybe.
I want to get some of Paul's stuff.
I know.
It's probably sold out already.
He did a lot of good stuff.
I want that little bud vase with black and white.
He can price his stuff lower because he has the source for everything. I'm like, Paul, you're beating my prices. But that's because he's doing stuff at cost. He's just paying for his clay. And he says that right out. He's like, I was just making my money for my clay back. So he's playing around. He's a woodworker.
He's a fantastic woodworker.
Yeah. He does some really special high-end furniture and things in wood. And he says even artists need another hobby sometimes, right? So yeah, it's been fun and an exciting time, and I've had fun, but some of my wood-fired pieces are bound to go up on the website soon for sale. I just have to sit with them long enough that I'm okay parting with them. I made one that was kind of a vase, but then I realized it fits a tapered candle just perfectly.
That looks nice.
So Andrew's like, you need to make like a ton of these. I said, it fits my thumb. If I know the hole is my thumb, I should be able to hopefully make more. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. What is it doing? That's strange.
What?
When I put my thumb up, it does a thumbs up. It's not doing it now. But it gave a thumbs up on the screen, like a little bubble, a thumbs up bubble. I don't know.
That's cool. Do thumbs up.
Oh, look at that. Come here, look at this. When you do, and balloons are pop. It's like a birthday celebration. Is that happening on your end, everybody, or is that just mine? I know what that is. I upgraded my phone to the new operating system, and it does that. So the operating system on any
I mean,
iOS.
that happens and you didn't ask for it.
Yep, iOS 17. When you are using a streaming service that supports it, it does these gestures. I don't know what all the gestures are.
He's gonna have to experiment.
I know, because there are different gestures. Like this is
I
balloons.
don't have to accidentally do something. You get some new fans.
I know. I don't know what works. I don't know. I don't know what all the gestures are, but that's really cool. That's I know. Go to Apple's site and say, hey, what are these gestures now? So that's cool. So happy 12th anniversary campaign. There we go. Do a heart. Oh, they do hearts, I think. Yep, there are the hearts.
What?
Amanda says, do a heart.
That's wild.
That's crazy.
That's that AI.
That's that Apple AI happening. I love it, though.
$1 million.
I wonder if I clap.
Money sign.
Do they do hand claps? No. I don't know what all they are. Marianne says, oh, that's so neat. I know.
Did it show up for y'all?
Yeah, they're saying it's showing up. Everybody's like, yes, it's showing up. Is it just YouTube or Facebook people can see it too? So those are new things, even in video conferencing, like in Zoom and stuff. You can do that in your conferences now. Bunny ears? No, I don't think bunny ears work. This is the peace sign gives you the balloons. Anyway, we'll have to see what all you can do. So far, thumbs up, thumbs down, hearts, and peace signs. So that's cool.
You didn't tell them about our grocery shopping.
No, you went into pottery instead. So we went to Aldi for the first time on Saturday.
Our local one.
Our local one. And actually got Andrew into the grocery store. And he says, I could go grocery shopping from now on if it's like this.
It's depressing on the other way.
What?
It's depressing when we shop some other place.
We got like 2 or 3 times as much stuff for the same price that we normally get a third or half of that at our other grocery stores.
We like our local place, but
yeah, we love our local grocery store, but we got to save money right now. And the only problem is Aldi's closes a little bit earlier than the other stores. So
we'll make a point.
Andrew's like, I'll go shopping. I'll make a point.
Oh my gosh, I was like shocked.
I know. When we got the bill, we're like, oh, that's much less.
We played the prices right, and I was off by $100.
Yeah. So that was great. So
yeah, we filled it.
I know a lot of you talk about Aldi's a lot, but we've never been there. I've gone in once just to kind of scope it out, but I've never actually purchased anything. And that was good. That was nice. Good deals.
Well, sometimes if you go in like just for one thing, you only look for that one thing.
Yeah.
But we went aisle by aisle, row by row, and checked things out that way.
Yep.
That's different.
So that was good. That was good. And they even have some nice vegetarian stuff and some good stuff. So
I'm excited to try it.
That was our excitement for the weekend. New grocery place. Boy, you know you're an adult when, right?
Mm-hmm. It's like they said there's a meme where they're like, I understand why the people used to get so excited to win the appliances.
I know, and the Price is Right and stuff. You win the appliances as kids, you were like, oh, it's just a washer and dryer. You wanted the car, you wanted a trip. But now,
you're like,
yeah,
free groceries for life.
Yeah, things we could actually use that we don't have to pay for. Nice.
Hallelujah.
So yeah, even if we want a trip, we'd have to find time to take it. It's like, just give me
so part of our 12-year anniversary campaign is that I'm increasing my skill sets, which means I'm going on more further away studying.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm not going to be able to work when I'm away.
No.
So we have to save up. I won't say I'm nervous, but
We're nervous.
you know, it's just like you. Even though I got scholarships and I got financial help with everything, it still is actually kind of a lot of money. And then also not being able to work.
Yeah.
That's the other thing.
It's like just taking a week away is hard.
Yeah.
That's hard for us right now. So thank you, all of you who have purchased something for the 12th anniversary campaign and our 12th anniversary in general. We appreciate it. That helps gives us a little bit of a boost, and we're going to keep pushing some stuff out.
Yeah, we're going to keep adding. We have a collection going.
Yeah.
Did you all know about that? The collection?
We didn't get anything added to it over the weekend, but we will be adding to it. So the collection is staying. Yeah, we worked on stuff for it. We're going to be adding to that. It's at the very top of the website, and you can always go into that collection and see if there's anything new for the 12th anniversary. That's where anything we show you that is not going to be a lot number is going to go for the 12th anniversary. Marion says, I regularly wander the aisles in a grocery store to see what's new. That's dangerous for us.
And then you end up with random, like,
oh, this is good, and then your grocery bill is bigger than you planned for, which we're very not planning for that.
It's weird because we only usually, so when we lived in New York City, and this is probably too much information, but when we lived in New York City, you only bought what you could carry.
Mm-hmm.
And so when we moved here, we kind of adopted the same philosophy. And so you go to the market and you see what's fresh and, you know.
Yeah.
And so usually our pantry, our house looks a little bit scary.
When most people come in and look at it, they're like, you don't have any food in your house. And it's true. We don't have a lot of food in our house because we shop daily or every other day for groceries.
Go to the market.
But when we get so busy, it is nice to not have to run and fit in a grocery trip. Mm-hmm. So saving money at Aldi's was a good idea, and we got to fill up the refrigerator a little bit.
Oh my gosh.
We open it and it's like, oh, there's stuff in here now.
What's this like?
I know. Marion says, I didn't say I bought it. I get it. But I have little personal restraint when I see food usually. And usually I shop when I'm hungry because that's just the time that we have to shop. Suzanne says, that's what I do during hurricane season. Get
stock
it?
Up.
Or not stock up. Which one? Do you not want stuff around in case something happens, or do you want?
You stock up in case you can't get food.
Okay. I was like, what if something happens? You lose all your food.
Oh wow.
He's like, oh wow.
Better to have it than not if you have that problem. Yeah. We don't usually have.
Oh, she says not stock up.
Oh, you don't.
That's what I was thinking. You don't, because you don't want stuff that in case you have to evacuate.
Perishables or.
Mm-hmm. Just in case, I guess, if you have to evacuate it, you don't want to leave your food and let it go bad.
Like when we anticipate terrible weather, we stock up.
Yeah, but we don't have that kind of weather.
Like when it's like blizzard time,
yeah,
we load up.
But we're not going to be kicked out of our house because of it generally.
No.
Michelle says, we have 5 people, so we buy often and a lot. I can't even imagine what your grocery bills are.
No way.
Teresa says, double thumbs up makes fireworks. There they go. Double thumbs down, fireworks. No, double thumbs down is rain. It's raining.
Ooh. And
then double peace signs, confetti. That's fun. Thank you for looking that up. Susan says, I try to make certain we're stocked whenever there's a threat of bad weather. Suzanne says, yeah, but you don't evacuate. Yeah, we do not evacuate generally for that. No. Michelle says, haha, don't ask. I bet. Cheryl says, try doing rock star horns. I think that's it. I thought there were a few more, but I couldn't remember what they were. So, Susan says, true. I make certain we always have cat food, coffee, and creamer on hand, though. Good idea, right? Good idea. What else Did y'all have a good? I know you said some of you said what you did this weekend. Did y'all have a good weekend though? Was the weather okay? I know the weather across the country has been wild in some places. I hope it's settling down for some of you. Sometimes in the fall it starts to settle down. Sometimes. It's really been pleasant here. Pleasant is like the word. It's been.
Yesterday wasn't it?
What was yesterday?
It was rainy.
Oh, it was rainy. It was still warm though. It wasn't like cold or too humid. But it was a little rainy yesterday. But we needed rain.
Yeah, it just makes me tired.
Yeah, it was hard to go out and do stuff like grocery shop when you're like.
We were gonna do the flower beds. You did the grass, but we didn't get a chance.
Yeah,
to do
I mowed the
flower
grass
beds.
this weekend, but we didn't get a chance to. We have a lot of echinacea and milkweed that's starting to go to the other side of things. So we got to clean that out from the flower beds.
Yeah, if we don't get the milkweed early enough, it makes like a resin on the leaves, and it sticks to the siding of our house, and it looks yuck.
It gets dirty and yucky. So
it just is like
because the plants get really ugly brown, like they start to
dirt
really
magnet.
Yeah, they like collect dirt, and then you get this shadow of dirt all over the garage.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to cut those down. We didn't get any monarchs this year again. I don't know why. We have quite a number of milkweed, but we never get the monarchs. Next year, maybe we'll get somebody that they're talking about. They have some they can send over to us, transplant them. But
I think we got one year.
1 year. Yeah, but every year we look for them. Every year we don't get them. I see them flying around the yard, but we never see them eating like the little caterpillars. But we do it every year just in case they need some food. We usually let them grow. We pulled a lot of them earlier, but there's still a lot that popped up this year. I had cleaned them all out of the one flower bed, and a lot of them showed up. And sometimes Andrew will cook the pods, but we didn't do that this year either.
Process.
Yeah, it's a big process. Well, it's a multi-step process, so you don't want to get poisoned.
Yeah, that's not worth it.
But they are good.
Yeah, they are.
They are really good. You cook them in so much butter, pretty much they taste like butter, but they soak that butter up good. So if you've never had milkweed pods, read about it, process them correctly. You have to process them a number of times to get the alkalines or whatever out of them.
I can't remember what it is. Is it alkaline?
Well, I think that sap, the white sap, is an alkaline.
Solid or whatever.
Yeah, something. So, because that can be not so good for your tummy, but they are good once you get all that done and get to them.
Okay. I feel as though we've naturally reached the end.
Susan says, I met work chums on Saturday for lunch. The weather has been nice here too. Amanda says, we had a bit of rain yesterday and one mini rain shower today. Temperatures are fantastic. Yeah, they're beautiful here. Marion says, my priorities too. Cats get fed first and coffee and cheesies for me. When not very flush, eggs are my protein. Eggs are pretty much a lot of times our protein. But yeah, that's good. Yeah, I can live on not so much. We can both live on not so much when we need to. Sometimes just ramen or, snacks sometimes. But we try to have one meal a day at least. Marion says it was smoky here over the weekend.
Yeah, one meal. I don't care if I have to manifest it from the cover.
When Andrew's not around, sometimes I have less than what would be considered a meal. It's like chips and salsa one night or something.
Yeah, but that's what we like, a whole thing of chips and a whole thing of salsa each.
Yeah. Marion says they're alkaloids. That's the word I was looking for, alkaloids. Sharon says a rainy Sunday equals a reading day. That's nice. That's really nice, right?
I always feel guilty.
I know, when we take time for ourselves.
I go through books like potato chips, which in my case is quickly.
A lot.
And so I listen.
But that's because you listen to them. If you had to read a book,
it's not.
You would not get a book finished in a long time.
That's why I get nowadays I don't buy books that are not reference books because
Yeah, we've
I just
stopped
never-
filling our shelves with books for the most part. Like I'm trying to transition over to listening when I can, and because that's the only time I actually read. I don't take time to sit down and read a book. I mean, unfortunately, fortunately, I don't know what that is, but we're busy. We got to stay busy, or we don't make the money we need to get through. So we're always busy,
You don't have money for the books now.
right? So that's yeah. Susie's joining us. Hello, Susie. Thanks for joining in today. And as Andrew says, we've naturally come to the point in the show where we're going to show you some stuff. Andrew has to leave here at 7. Before 7, because he has another meeting. It is 10 after 6 right now. So he'll be with us for another 40 minutes or so, and then he has to go. And today, if you missed it, we're going to be showing you some glass cabochons that we got in at, I think, good prices. They're all going to be like either 75 cents or $1. For the larger ones are going to be $1. The smaller ones are going to be 75 cents. So for those of you who use cabochons in your work, I think these are going to be lovely, all different colors. They're all glass, beautiful cabs.
They're all made in the Czech Republic.
All Czech Republic, Czech glass. And we think if you use those, you're going to love them. If you don't use them, look up a way to use them and get a few. Try something new.
There's so many different things. You can seed bead around them. You can bezel set them with metal. You can
epoxy clay them.
Epoxy clay. What else can you do?
Polymer clay, if you do it.
But these would make great creature eyes.
For big creatures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can make, you want to scale up.
Scale up your creature making.
This is also good for paper crafts. Mm-hmm. So if you want embellishments for things, you can glue them on.
You're doing envelopes, you want a little weighted tab or something, they'd be nice for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or embellishments on paintings, mixed media style.
Great for mixed media.
Mosaics.
And they're all backed so that you can use a glue if you need to. And it's not going to mess up the color and stuff. So
now there's a couple where the backings are scratched, but you'll see that. Yeah. That's because they use a special duo process and it causes those.
Marion says, I watched 3 programs on PBS Sunday night. Professor T, Unforgotten, and Vandervalk.
I've heard of that.
I've never heard. I don't think I've heard of any of those. Harry says, I just went out to feed the outer cats. I picked up the gray cat and have 5 new bleeding wounds. Oh no, I guess he is still feral. Oh, sorry, Harry. That's not fun. I picked up Barnaby the other night and I have a giant scratch across my chest because his foot went right across my chest as he tried to run. I feel your pain.
I wonder I can't remember why he gets feral.
I don't know. We were doing it during it was when I picked him up during the creative time on Friday night.
You kicked the seed beads.
Oh, I knocked the seed beads over and it startled him. Yeah, that's why. So he jumped out of my hands, but he also clawed about this much, a giant thing on my chest.
They do this thing where they feel like they have to launch themselves like a rocket.
Yeah.
And they use your flesh and their toenails
to get a boost.
And I was like, we don't need to do that.
Marianne said those are all very good mystery shows. Okay. Sharon says, I love to bead embroidery with cabs. Great making unique talismans and amulets. Then you may love these, I hope. Terry says, I use cabochons for mixed media art. Good. So let's flip the camera around and start taking a look at these. How about it? I'm excited because we don't usually do cabs too often, and I actually really love them. They're like little jewels to me, and I don't get to see them very often because we don't do them very often. So I love looking at them because it's something new for me even to look at.
Well, somebody was asking for cabochons.
Yeah, somebody out there was asking. All right, what do we got? Let me grab them here.
Mm-hmm.
start with the smaller size here today. So these are going to be CK numbers for Cabochons Kits, because we also are going to be showing you kits today. These will be kits from the online store that
we haven't got a chance.
we haven't got a chance to take apart or move into the physical store, because we're moving them in slowly, because if we put them all in the physical store at once, we're going to overwhelm people.
Well, also, we haven't had time.
Yeah, we don't have a space for them yet. We're still...
Cut down the wall, moved the wall, built a wall,
yeah,
hung some stuff, moved some stuff,
yeah. So we're
unloaded this, unloaded that, picked up 2 tables, got 3 things, got rid of some stuff. It's been
wild. It's been wild. We still have stuff in the car that we can't get into a place because we're moving so many things around.
We got a rolling mill for the new store. We got another jeweler's bench for the new store.
Yep, that's some of the tool buyout money.
Yeah, and our Patreon
people helping out, pitching into that. All right, everybody. This is going to be CK1. CK1, these are priced individually. These are 75 cents each. So this is what they look like. They have this backing on them to allow you to glue so you don't see through. And this one is a kind of gray matte cabochon, just a nice kind of almost moon glow kind of look.
The mirrored back also helps it glow.
Yeah, helps give a little bit of a shine. So that one, that's CK1. Oh, and do I have my calipers?
I took them.
Here's
this. I don't know if you can use this without. This doesn't have a battery, but it has the numbers.
Let me see.
These should all be 18 millimeters.
Oh, they say, right? We have. These are, what did you say, 18? 18 millimeters. 18 millimeters. So I put it across the bottom if you'd like to claim these. If you're new to us, send CK1 in an email to us. Addressed to info@allegorygallery.com, and do make sure you put allegorygallery.com.
Spell it right, y'all.
A number of people either misspell it or just put allegory.com, because people refer to us as Allegory all the time. Even Jen, our teacher, did that, and I'm
like, you don't know where you were.
I know. Make sure it's info@allegorygallery.com altogether, and just put CK1 in the subject line. We have MLA, multiple lots available. There are a number of each of these.
So you just saw if you want more than one.
Yes. Yes, if you want more than one, let us know. So there's another one of these, just to give you an idea. We have multiples, so you can see there are multiples available. All right. And even depending on how the light hits them, some of them, these look sometimes a little bit, they have almost a little purple, but that might be something reflecting off our table. We have a lot of purple here. These are more kind of grayish color. So that's CK1, 75 cents each. If you have any questions on how to claim or anything like that, please leave a comment and I will reply to it. So far, all these ones that we're going to do are 18 millimeters. 18 millimeters. And this is price per each. If you want multiples, just let us know when you send it.
And he said how much they are, right? 75 cents?
Yep, just said 75 cents each. If you want multiples, let us know.
What can you buy for 75 cents?
I know, right?
You can buy a pack of gum at the gas station for that.
I know. So 75 cents a cabochon. And when you do this, our minimum shipping, I think, is $4.30, if I'm not mistaken. So that's what the shipping charge in the US is. That's the minimum, and that's what we're charged. If it varies from that by any larger amount, we'll refund you in shipping. But that's what we put on our invoices, because that's generally the average across the country. That may be going up. You never know. They did this new ground thing that they're doing. And some of the prices did change, but we tried our best not to change our shipping as much as we could. So these are
worked with a different shipping service to get the best price.
So these are a little bit bluish purple, and you can see that hopefully. And there's the matte on top, kind of a frosted look.
I love that matte.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
That'd be really beautiful with like rough gemstones. Or one thing that I usually do is I'll mix different textures to kind of make that contrast. So if I have something matte, I'll try to match it with something super shiny. And then that kind of, it makes it more, it seems more matte or more shiny that way.
By contrast.
Juxtaposed.
So these ones have almost a green yellow, almost like a labradorite flash to them. There's a little bit of even blue and purple there. This looks like kind of a matte labradorite flash in that. This is CK3, 18 millimeter cabochons, 75 cents each only.
I think these would be really great with labradorite.
Yeah, they would.
Moonstone, a lot of those ones that are feldspars.
Students, those interesting color palette, right? They're really cool.
Yeah, it took a while to pick out which ones are which. Which ones we could get in.
Yeah.
And still get a good deal.
Yeah, we wanted to get a good deal for y'all. And I think 75 cents each and $1 each for the larger ones coming up later. I think that's a really good deal. All right. Now we get into some that are not matte. Check these out. CK4, 75 cents each, multiple lots. All of these have multiple lots available. I don't know exactly how many of each. I think there's at least 12 of each that we have available. So let us know if you want multiples, and I will go through and let you all know.
I bought whatever I could get.
Yeah, we'll let you know in our invoice how many you got out of what you requested. But there are a number of these available, and I don't know how many people are going to want these because we don't usually sell cabs. So maybe we'll sell a lot, maybe we'll sell a little, but try out for whatever number you want, and we'll try and get it for you. So this is CK4, and you just get one, everybody. I'm showing you multiple so you can see what it is, but you just get one. They're 75 cents each. All right, but I want you to see that there are multiples and that they do all resemble each other. Okay, so you're paying each little cabochon 75 cents. And these have a metallic back on them that helps make it reflective. But also, if you glue it down to something, if you're doing mixed media or paper crafts, it's not going to distort the color on the front or through the cab. And they're all made in the Czech Republic. I hear my computer beeping. I hope that's orders coming in for these emails. That's my email coming in. If you are sending them in, thank you. We appreciate it. Ooh, this one's really pretty. Sorry. Ooh, this is really pretty. So this is CK5. I'm going to show you one. They're 75 cents each, 18 millimeter cabs. This is like a nice sunset blue sky heading into this beautiful pinks and orange, burnt orange colors. And then let me show you multiples of these so you can see what they look like. Sometimes just seeing one doesn't always give you an idea. So here's if you have multiple of them. I also, like to show you there's multiples and they're all made the same. Right? So there you go. CK5, 75 cents each.
Look, that's pretty.
I think they're really pretty. Oh, we're going.
Anything that glows.
I know. We're going back to some matte ones now. These are a nice color. These are probably a good color for like cat eyes or, creature eyes if you're doing bigger creatures.
Yeah, you could get some of that vintage paint.
Make an
Iris.
or is that what it's called? The iris? The iris is the color part, right? Or is that the black part? Pupil.
Oh, pupil.
Make pupils, yeah. Make pupils
That's
on
the
them.
Iris. Paint the pupil.
Paint on the pupil. This would be the iris. And it's kind of like a reptile color or a cat eye color. That kind of yellow gold color. Just to show you multiples of those. CK6, only 75 cents each.
Yeah, if you buy taxidermy eyes, they get ridiculously expensive.
Yeah, they do. I've seen the prices.
Don't look. Don't look at my stats.
Yeah, right. So make your own eyes if you want to. A lot cheaper. A heck of a lot cheaper.
The one thing I would say is put it in an oven at 250 for like 10 minutes or so.
To cure
Or
that
hit
paint.
it, yeah, or hit it with a heat gun. Don't put the heat gun too close, and also make sure it's a heat-resistant surface. Because if you get it too close, it'll cause the paint to bubble. Because heat guns are used for stripping paint usually, but if you use it in a controlled way, you can get a heat enough to cure the paint.
So these are kind of yellow, green, orange, and go to a purple tint on
Is that
these.
wild?
These are wild. These are very nice. I love these flashy ones.
Little alien baby.
Little alien baby eyes. CK7, 75 cents each. Multiple lots available, at least 12 of each, I believe. Andrew tried to get as many as he could of each, but if you want multiples, let us know, and we'll do our best to get you as many as you want.
Yeah, I kind of want to make up. I'm gonna
Marianne says dragon eye.
skip some of my meetings. And,
Make creatures with eyes.
or actually, I was thinking about seed beating.
Oh, seed beating around them?
Yeah,
You're not allowed to skip your
I
meeting.
know, it's so super important. But whatever. Do you think they'll notice if I don't pay attention?
Just put your picture up like you're there. Take a screenshot of yourself.
I think I'm supposed to be moderating the meeting.
Oh, well, there you go.
So that should make it even more fun.
This is CK8. This is a matte finish, kind of like the last one we just showed you with the yellow and kind of going into almost like a gray blue color. So this is CK8. And you'll notice, depending on where these sit, like some of these look a little bit more blue than the yellow green. It just depends where on the table.
But also,
how the light hits them.
It's like natural stone. Depending on how you hold the stone,
right,
will determine what colors.
How they spin and where they move. So, like some of these looked blue before, now they're kind of looking green to me. Spin them around. So it's that yellow, blue, green color, I guess. CK8, 75 cents. And each one will have probably a slight, like that backing, and probably gives a little bit of a different color to each one, slightly, but they're mostly all the same.
And if you want it to be less matte, you can take a little bit of oil and kind of polish it. But I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, buy them shiny if you want the shiny. Cheryl says, I see a lot of seed bead cab projects in my future. Good, good.
These would be
I can't wait to see them.
Size.
Yeah, these would be great. They would be great for earring size.
Like a charm size.
And this is just kind of a dark, stormy gray, blue, almost brown. Looks brown that way to me, and then it turns into a deep blue. There's a little bit of green in it sometimes when it hits the light. So that's why I want to put multiples on the table for you. They're 75 cents each, but you'll see they reflect differently depending on where they are and how they spin and how much light you have on them.
I tried to be good about saying each on the
Yeah.
labels.
Yeah.
So people don't get confused.
Yes. Good job. Marianne says no crafting for Andrew during his meeting.
I know. I tried to do that at another meeting. I think it was that make a long thing. I don't get anything done very well.
I know.
I just basically open.
It's hard to moderate and do the work.
Yeah. Keep track of comments.
Mm-hmm.
Keep the conversation going.
Next up is CK10. This is more blue than the last ones. A lighter color blue. Still with a little bit of that goldeny yellowish brown color in there too. So let me throw a few out here for you to see. This is CK10.
Aren't they so pretty?
They are so pretty. They're purple. This is kind of like a labradorite color, I would say. That's the blue purple. Like when I look at my camera on top of these, they look blue, but I'm looking from the edge and they look purple. It's so cool.
It's like an optical illusion.
Yeah, like we're. And at 75 cents each, good deals. Lena says, loved your last necklace.
Who?
Which was your last necklace?
Me or William?
I don't know. I didn't.
Cat?
The cat one? What did you do last? I know, it's like, we're both like, what did we make?
Oh my gosh, we stayed up so late. I was trying to get this thing in for a deadline, and just as I was about to finish, one of the prongs broke off, and that's it. So I was like, forget it.
Yeah, he had a little bit of extra time, but not enough to refinish the whole thing.
No.
So we ended up coming home, and then we were going to try working on it, and then that didn't work out.
I mean, it's not time wasted. But
no, you might do something with it in the future when you have some time.
I might change the concept since it's not for that specific thing anymore.
Oh, Lena says that was a response to Cheryl.
Oh.
Yeah, Cheryl does great work. Y'all do great work. Cheryl shows a lot of her work in the Design Challenge group and tags us and stuff. So
I like seeing, she has that album of stuff, and she said that she added so many pictures to the album, she had to start a new album.
That's awesome.
And I love that a lot of those were things that were made from tutorials.
Yeah, she does a lot of Jen's tutorials.
It makes us want to do them more.
Yeah, when we see people making stuff from the tutorials, we get super excited to do more tutorials. But when people, we still don't see anyone making anything, then we're like, are we doing it? No comments. Or, yeah, it's like, do people actually like these?
It's like, might as well just not have spent the time editing
hours of video. Michelle says, sometimes the beads tell you what they want to be used for that day.
Yeah,
or they don't want to be used for that day. This is a cool one.
Do what they're told.
This is CK12. This is a speckled one. I like this one a lot. This is a good color. Lena said, just watched Jen's last video last night. Thank you. Yeah, we've done 29 Saturday morning tutorials with Jen so far.
She says she ran out of stuff to do.
Yeah, she has to come up with ideas. So if you have ideas for her,
my friend Lynn is gonna do a couple for us.
Yeah, we're working on dates getting her here. I think we're gonna have some tutorials on pottery from my teacher Amy. She said she would be willing to bring her potter's wheel here and film. So we're gonna have more different kinds of crafts for y'all coming up. We're branching out a little bit on our tutorials. We'll see how it goes. You never know what's happening here at Allegory Gallery.
No.
Big plans.
We've
CK12.
got a lot of big plans.
Yeah. Some we don't know if are gonna happen. Some are dependent upon other things happening or the
money, basically
money. And if one thing happens, then this other thing might be able to happen. But if this thing doesn't happen, then a different thing's gonna happen. It's mostly based on money.
Because people are like, when are you opening the Johnstown one? I was like, well, the in-store building.
We could open it 2 days from now if we had the money.
I know.
So
Win that lotto. When that check cashes.
Okay. I'm gonna run over and get the next batch. This next batch, which way are they going? From the back.
You all know we can stretch $1.
Yeah, we do.
Oh my goodness! If I had so I do a lot of stuff with nonprofits. I don't know if y'all know this or not, but I do a lot of community service, and I don't always talk about it because I don't like to brag about that.
Toot
kind
your
of stuff.
horn.
But so I do a lot of stuff with nonprofits, and one of the things I was helping with this one museum doing a fundraiser.
Oh, raining.
And they said, "Oh, well, the ticket prices are this much for the meal," and it was like $120. It was something crazy like that, and that's not even that bad compared to some of them.
Mm-hmm.
And so they had it was $120, and then I started looking at their financials, and I went through about how much money they were going to make. And so they spent all this money on advertising, all this money on entertainment, all this money on the food, all this stuff. They ended up making $1,000 after pulling in. I think they pulled in like $40,000.
We try to make money stretch a little bit more than that.
And I'm like, if this is like a reward for the people, but y'all didn't actually make any money.
Right. Yeah. So we're moving up to the next size, and this size is 25 millimeters. So I'm just going to take this away for a moment so you don't get confused. But this was the size we were working with, the 18 millimeters. It is just about the size of a penny. So you just have the inner part of the penny without the rim on the penny. That's about what size we were at. Now we're at the larger size, okay? And these have moved up to a whole $1 each. I know, so expensive, right? So expensive. But these ones are kind of that green-blue matte. Let me put these down here so you can see. And to me, they look more blue, but on the camera, to me, they look more green. Just is how the light hits them. And these are a nice larger size, but not overly large, right? This could be if you wanted like a matching little seed beaded pendant with your earrings that you got before in the smaller ones. You could do that with these. These could probably still actually be earrings pretty easily. They're pretty light on their own. Let's see here. What's everybody saying? Sharon says, ooh, the pottery tutorial sounds cool. Yeah, I don't know what she's going to teach, but I think that's going to be fun. CK12 would make good moons. Yeah, those little, these ones here. Those would make great moons. Michelle says, sometimes I set up bags with beads ready to be made. Yeah, we used to do was it Allison used to do, or Laurel used to do the cupcake tin?
No, that's Heather Powers.
Heather Powers, and then they got that idea from her. And then they would take muffin tins and put projects in each one of the little muffin holders in there. And they'd put different beads to coordinate, and they'd make little projects out of each one. Heather Powers started that.
That's a good one.
Sally said, I would love a tutorial of Jen's bracelets, the one she wears. The zipper bracelet? I think we did a tutorial on that. If that's the one that's the one she wore this week. She had that blue seed bead zipper bracelet, and I think she did a tutorial on that. I'm pretty certain.
Is this the one that you're making, Sally? You were making one, weren't you? Just like a seed beads of the flowers.
No.
You showed it on Friday.
But yeah, I think she did if you look up zipper bracelet in our tutorials, that's, I think, if I remember, I know she's taught that in store before, but I don't know. But I'm pretty sure she may have not done it. It might be macrame and zipper. It may be just a small part of it is a zipper, but you can elongate that and turn it into the whole thing. Harry says, I made some rose quartz and Roman glass earrings today. I think I showed them on the AG site. Thank you. Thanks for sharing, and I look forward to seeing them. So this is CK14, $1 each for these lovely colors. Marianne says paper crafters use muffin tins too. Good. Sally says, yeah, the zipper bracelet. I'm pretty sure we did a tutorial on that already. So if you check our tutorials, I think Jen did one, but it may have macrame on the edges. Like it may just be the center portion is zipper, but you get the idea with the zipper on how to do it. Because I think that's the one she wears a lot of times. CK14. Sally says, I finished the multi-strand flower. I'll post it later. Oh, good. I know I was in and out of that night when I was getting pizza and stuff, so I don't think I saw everything.
Also, I have creepy memory.
Yeah, that too.
I don't remember stuff until the end of time.
Andrew has a much better memory than I do. I have to see something like 4 or 5 times, and then I remember. It's the same with somebody's name. I have to learn it 4 or 5 times generally. Then I start to remember it. But
it's weird because if somebody's like, "Oh, do you remember blah blah blah?" I'm like, I don't know who they're talking about. But if they actually sit in front of my face, I start channeling the information. And I would be like, oh, how's your fun? Where did you go to school? How's the blah, blah, blah?
This is CK15, $1 each. There's 4 of them here to show you with the penny to show you the size. These are all 25 millimeters. If you have bezels, you can bezel set these. You can use them in epoxy clay. You can seed bead around them. You could resin them into something. You could super glue them down to something. Paper crafts, mixed media. Lots of ways you could use these.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what people do.
I know. This is, like I said, we don't do cabs that often, and we are super excited. Hopefully a lot of y'all out there are grabbing these because we're super excited to see what you do with them.
I like cabochons, so if you all like cabochons, I will be happy to go and
get more. And these are all Czech glass, Czech Republic made. Boom, look at that one. Look how pretty that is. I think these larger ones mimic many of the smaller ones. So if you're looking for a set.
Yeah, you can do a pendant earring set.
Yeah, so like this is the one that has the more kind of, I think I called this the sunset one. It has the orange with the dark blue and burnt orange and yellow. So let me show you a few more of those.
Oh, just a reminder, I see a couple messages popping up in the AG messages right now. Please, if you need any assistance with an order, email us at info@Allegory Gallery.
Yeah, we do not accept, and we have away notices there. You'll see that if you send us a message to the store, but we do not accept social media messenger systems as official communications.
Yeah, because it gets lost.
It gets lost. We can forward emails to our shipping, to our helpers, to our teachers, to Andrew. We can do all of that, but not everyone has Facebook or not everyone has Instagram, and it becomes a mess. So email is the only official communication system virtually like that we use. All right. Not to be like, don't do this, but don't do that.
Yeah, well, it makes it easier.
Yeah.
If you actually want to hear back from us.
Right? Now you know. There's only one way to do it, and it's super easy. Send us an email. Tried and true.
We don't always see everything.
No. And I don't have, Andrew has a lot of notifications on for things, but he doesn't do anything as far as shipping or orders are concerned. And I don't usually have them on because we get a gajillion and mostly spam.
I do it so I can keep an eye on if we have spam.
Yeah.
But I don't actually look at the messages. So I just looked at the time and I just saw one pop up.
Yeah. But I tried to put away messages on anything I can. That's the same as messaging us personally. Do not message Andrew or me on our personal Facebook or personal Instagram. Andrew checks those messages, but Andrew will tell you, I do not. Andrew sends me.
You didn't even check mine.
I know. Andrew sends me so many Instagram messages over Instagram Messenger, and he'll get like a reply from me like all at once, like 3 weeks later.
That's not my favorite, William.
But
you should always look for me.
I warn everybody.
I'm my favorite.
Yes, you're the favorite, but you still don't
You
get.
don't even check my messages, y'all.
So if you message me personally, I've been trying to be better about it, but
You know what,
you may
though?
go weeks without hearing from me.
It's one of those things where it makes sense why sometimes I feel like I'm a fool because I will do something, like I'll tell him something from a meme that I sent him, and he will look at me like I had lost my mind.
Yeah.
And I was like, you didn't look at your message.
Yep. Nope. Marion says you will hear back from them ASAP. Yeah, we try. We try to get back to you quickly. Sometimes it takes a day or two for us to do research on what you're asking, but we try to get back to you as quickly as we can.
Also, if you message late at night, sometimes we see it. Like I'm up all night, but guess what? William's not.
No, and there's nothing we can do. I can't check shipping status with Barb. Barb's an early morning, not a late night person. Our helpers don't answer. I don't bother them in the middle of the night with things.
Right.
We're not trying to be those kind of people.
Yeah, because then you don't have any help.
Right. Next up, CK18. This is that kind of golden eye in large size. It would be great to paint a cat eye or a dragon eye or a reptile eye. They're $1 each. These are 25mm check glass cabochons. Check glass cabochons, only $1 each. That's a dang good price, I think, for that. So if you like them, send us that email. It's going across the bottom of the screen how you can claim. Send us an email to info@allegorygallery.com. Put the CK18, for example, in the subject line. If you want 3 of them, put CK18 times 3 and hit send. Please, 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 do not send us one email and then reply to that email constantly to send it again. If you click your old email and hit reply or hit forward, it bunches them all up in our email system. It collates all your messages together, not by time, but by person. So I will go through my whole list. And of course, if your last one was the last one you sent, all of your requests are all together at the top of my email. So I don't get to your requests until the very end. And then
what that means is you get last pick.
Yeah. I try not to do that. I then go through and have to go all the way back through everyone's claims, see where yours fit in, and see if I have to adjust anybody's that you won in front of. So please always start a new email. It's much easier that way. And
I know it seems excessive, but
yeah, it sounds excessive when you're doing email after email after email after email. My suggestion is copy the info@allegorygallery.com so you don't have to type it each time, and then just paste it every time in a new email.
It's pretty easy.
Yeah. Lena says, oops, I did that last time, my bad. No problem, I fixed it. I got you in the right order, but yeah, please, everybody, send a new email for each thing. It's much easier on our end. These are amazing. Look at these ones. This beautiful clear, not the matte, these are clear ambery color. Woo-wee. Those are nice. These are totally beautiful. CK19. I love these. These are these nice warm tones. Woo.
I hate to do the housekeeping notes, but
I know.
You don't know, you don't know.
Yeah. And it's good to remind people what's easiest for us. Like, I would love to be like, go crazy, send the messages wherever you want, we'll get them. But inevitably, people are going to get more upset at that. I would rather people be a little upset. They're so strict. I would rather have that and you get your stuff than being like, well, I sent 3 messages and I didn't get anything.
Yeah, because that's happened.
That happened.
That's why we do it this way.
Yeah.
Because we learn.
Yep. Yep. And we have looked into other systems like that, you know, the comment to buy and all that some people use. The price goes up. Those are not inexpensive, everybody. Especially if they have an app. Sometimes if you do enough volume, they offer you a free app. But if you're paying for that app and you're doing that comment to buy, we would have to raise prices on everything.
Well, the reason why it would also cost more is because you have to add those in
First, yeah.
product.
First, they have to be all added. So we couldn't just receive these, write down our cost, write down a price, put a piece of paper here and do it for you.
No.
They would all have to be entered into inventory, which we enter things into inventory after we do these sales for you. Because we do the costing separately for our live sales like this. But Lena says, I hate those auctions with numeric stuff live. Oh, so stressful. Yeah, sometimes it's not any better, really, right? Sometimes, but it's kind of nice that it adds it to your cart and all that. I get that, but it would make our prices go up because just the service itself is more expensive. And then I don't know how they afford it. I've looked into some of these, and like that app, to have that app,
some of these people make, and I was like, how y'all make any money?
I know. I'm like, is this a side gig only? Because if you're living off of this, I don't know how you're doing it.
I know how. I know how.
He's like, side gig.
It's called Sugar Daddy.
Well, you got that. That'd be nice too, right? So these are a nice gray, that nice kind of stormy gray color, matte. CK20. Yeah, we try to research anything we can to make lives easier. Yeah. But the comment sold because people have talked about it with us. They send. You don't know how many people send us the suggestion. And thank you if you do. We're always open to suggestions. But I have looked into it, and for our process,
it makes it harder.
It makes it a lot harder.
And then we have to keep separate inventory systems.
And well, they will tie in with Shopify, which is nice, but everything would have to go in Shopify, and sometimes we don't want everything in the online store.
So you might as well just sell on the online store.
Yeah, you may as well just say go online and get it because it has to be in that system anyway.
We tried to do that for a while where we added stuff to the online store, but it seemed like some people really like that, but some people just didn't buy stuff.
Yeah.
And so we kind of have to do what is, pulls in the people.
Yeah. So these ones vary a little bit. Like this one has more of that yellow. It must have gotten more on the yellow side of that metallic. But these are mostly a dark purple to a yellow. Let me show you a few more of those. Like here's another one that's a little bit more on the yellow side. So they will vary a little bit. But also, again, it depends what light's hitting them and how they're being lit. All right. So this is CK21, $1 each. Yeah, I think, as Andrew said, it feels kind of excessive sometimes when you're sending like 20 emails, especially for little things. I know, right? But for us, it's really the easiest thing. And we've been doing this a long time.
How many lives have we done?
How many lives? Over 3 years, almost every weekday, give or take here and there. And we've tried to come up with the easiest system that works for us and our helpers and everybody who doesn't have like Facebook and it just, for us, this is the best.
It's what works.
It's what works. CK22 is this beautiful limey green, but also hit it on the right side and you get some blues and yellows.
I should say it's what works for now.
Right. It doesn't always mean it will.
Because it could easily, hey,
an inexpensive service could come out and they'll be like, hey, we'll do this for you, and it might work.
Because we used to do stuff way different back in the day. And then, like, they, for instance, processing orders. Oh my gosh. We used to do everything by hand. They came out with a new register system.
Changed our life when we could afford to get it. Once we could afford to get it,
Well, Norma Lewis helped us.
Yeah.
Get our first POS system.
That's right.
I never forget the people who helped us. All right, I have to go, but
Yep. See ya, Andrew.
See ya. I'll probably Zoom. After the
Kits.
After the kits, we have more cabochons.
Ooh.
And they're vintage plastic.
These are cool. They don't look like
cheap.
plastic. They are cheap. And they don't look like plastic either.
I should say inexpensive.
Right? Inexpensive, not cheap.
They are cheap.
All right. Now we're going to start into some kits, y'all. So again, these are kits that we have not taken apart yet. We thought we would take these kits off the online store and we'd be able to like tear them apart and replace components and mix and match and make new kits real quick, and that's just not happened. So what we're doing is we are giving you, so this price $12 is already 25% off what the original cost used to be. What was that, $18 or something like that? $20? What goes down to 12? I don't remember. But anyway, it'd be 25% off the original cost, maybe $15. So you are getting kind of that 12th anniversary discount that we gave over the weekend on these as well. This is kind of one final hurrah for any of the leftover kits. We may do more of these throughout the week, but we're going to do one final hurrah for these kits. And then after this, they will definitely, after this, be moving into the physical store or be taken apart. At least that's the goal. That's the goal. So there are 7 of these lot CK23s available for $12 each only. And you know our kits. If you know us, you know our kits. You're getting a good deal for $12. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Okay. So, whoops. Sorry. I ran my chair over the camera stand. So you're getting these spiky beads, check glass. This is vintage check glass. These were $5 when we got them originally, way back when. Just that alone. And then you get this foil glass. And I'm sorry, I'm not going to know everything that these are because Andrew's usually the one who has the encyclopedic knowledge on all of these. And I didn't have time to write notes, but I'm going to show them to you. These have been listed in the online store before, but if you missed them or if you got one that you really liked and made something that sold well from it, you might want to grab some more. I think this is like a snakeskin agate. And then you get this vintage check glass here. You get 2 of those. And then you get this strand of vintage check glass drukes. They're the rounds. I love the coating on these. I love that coating. It's almost like a blue-gray on top of that brown, multicolor, almost like amber. So that is CK23, only $12 for the kit. That's 25% off the regular price. And that is the lowest price we will be offering these kits ever. So we generally, I don't know if these ever went on 25% off sale. Maybe once, maybe for an anniversary or something, some of them. But this is the lowest price we'll ever offer these kits. They will go back up to their retail when we put them in the store if they go that far. So this is kind of a special bonus for y'all. I don't even know if these will be going over to the D-Stash group. They might. We might try them in there for those who prefer pictures for things. Some of this stuff will go over to the D-Stash group for that. Oops. So I hope you like the idea of seeing these kits again. I know for some of you who watch often, maybe you've seen most of them. I don't know, but I think judging from what we saw during the giveaways for our Saturday night get-together, or Friday night get-together this past week, I think y'all missed some of them. So I think showing them might be good. You might want to grab some. And you're still getting that 25% off sale too. So these were $22 originally, this kit. There's only one of these available. This was originally $22, and it went down to $16.50 for you all right now. And you're going to get this. This is a resin kind of wrapped bamboo. And I think that's palm wood, if I'm not mistaken, I want to say. And then you get this lampwork glass. I think this is by Joanne Zukowski, if I remember correctly. Which I don't know what has happened to her. We haven't heard from her in a while. I don't know if she's still making or not. You get this vintage Czech glass. You get these 2 pieces of vintage plastic, which I love. Great for earrings. And then you get, I still have some in here, 4 of these, which I believe these are African glass, I think. Maybe Indonesian, but I think they're African. So that's the kit. $16.50, down from $22 originally. $22 originally, down to $16.50 for y'all. Everybody still out there? Does anybody need a breather? Anybody want to take a little break before we continue, or should we press on? Let me know. Because if you all need a little break, I know we're showing you a lot today. I know we're showing you a lot today. But I also know that I don't want to keep you here longer than we need to if y'all need to do stuff. Okay? I'm going to keep on going unless anybody, a number of people want to break. Okay? This is CK25. This was originally $12, down to $9. Some of these I have the retails written on them. And there's only one of this kit available. Only one. We must have sold out of all the other ones. This is a little butterfly kit. So you get this blue, green, gray. Notice I have to feed the kitties, but I can still hear you. Okay. Blue, green, gray in the vintage Czech. Then you get this long strand. This is like a double strand of these little rectangles. Michelle says, I grabbed a Halloween kit and a luxury bead blend when I bought my other 25% off. Awesome. Thank you. You get this butterfly barrel bead from the Allegory Gallery Fine Pewter Collection in antique silver. It's a nice large hole bead. These are available individually too on our website if you like them. But they have a nice little butterfly design and they face both ways. The butterflies face each way, so you can use them. It doesn't matter. You don't have to pay attention when you're using it. And they're great for leather and large hole things. Then you get this, I believe this is a soft resin piece. And then you get these Czech glass butterflies in this beautiful gray, light gray blue color. That's CK25, only $9, and only one of them remain. Just so you know, y'all, we have 50 lots tonight for everybody. 50 lots. We're going up to 50. And this is one of those Ziploc bags, and it's sealing both ways. Well, isn't that something? There we go. Get it open. There it is. I have one of those Ziploc. It's one of these Ziploc bags with one of these little sealers, and every way I turned it, it was sealing it shut and not opening it up. CK26. These were originally $14. I have 2 of them available. They were $14 and they are $10.50 now only. And this is a good deal for $10.50. So you're getting this strand of vintage Czech glass. you're getting this strand of vintage check glass. Those 2 strands alone are like $5 each. So that's the price of the kit. The rest of it you're getting pretty much gratis, right? So there you go. That you have some glass beads here. You have some English cut check glass. You get some, I think these are vintage resin melon cut beads, or acrylic. I think these are acrylic, vintage acrylic melon cuts. And then these are some kind of stone. I'm not exactly sure. They're a nice green. They have a purple in them. I don't know what stone that might be. But there you go. Maybe a type of serpentine or something. But those are nice little kind of washer or kind of little saucers in their center. They're drilled right through the center. So that's CK26, $10.50 only. 2 of them available. 2 of them available at that price. Okay. CK27, $9 only. Boy, $9 only. This is nice for $9. It even has these fiber optic beads that I love. $9. We have 3 of them available. You're going to get this Green Girl Studios eye button. That itself is usually, I think, $4 on their site. So that's $4 out of the 9. You're going to get these fiber optic beads. And it looks like there are 5 of them here. And you can see why they call them fiber optic. So aren't those cool? So you get 5 of those. These little eyes, I believe, are Monique. Little eye beads. These would be great for making little monsters. This may have been originally a Halloween kit. I don't remember. So our Halloween kits sometimes are a little bit out there, so which is fun. So this is CK27. And then you get this big eye bead here. These Nazars, like protection from the evil eye. Michelle says, beautiful blue. Yes, it is. And then you get this light blue. These are vintage check. And then these look like vintage swirl, like the swirl beads. What that looks like to me. So there you go. CK27. Oops, get another one of those eye beads. Missed one. So 6 of the little eye beads. CK27, only $9. That's after the discount. We took 25% off the retails to get to that price for you all. And remember, if you like what we do, please be sure to like and share with your friends. All right? Like and share us with your friends. Help us get a bigger audience so that we don't have to pay for advertising and increase our prices to make up for that. We'd rather keep our prices low for y'all. So this is $9. So this, again, $9 one. Originally $12. That's what gets you down to 9. CK28. You're going to get this check glass button. These check glass buttons are normally $8 or $9, I think, on their own. So that's pretty much the cost of the kit right there, right now. So you get that. If you're a Pisces, this might be for you, like me. You get this beautiful crackle glass. It's one of my favorite things. You get the crackle glass, check glass droops. And then you get an assortment of these little fishies, these little check glass. They look like fish crackers, those little crackers. And you get an assortment of those in, I think there's 2 different colors on those. There's the lighter teal and the darker blue. And that's CK28, only $9, down from $12. There's only one of this one available. So if you like it, send us that email quick. Make sure you try and get it in there before anyone else. I do hear my email going, so although I have like 8 email accounts, it doesn't always mean that it's orders coming in, but I hope you're enjoying these. And it's very possible that many people are claiming some of these, I hope. We only have 12 people watching right now, though. So thank you for staying with me. I know going through old kits is not always fun for everybody, and some people are just like, oh, I'll catch the replay. But I appreciate you hanging out with us. The more people that hang out live with us, the more things we can do, and it just feels better doing things when you have people who are actually tuning in, watching at that time. But I get it. You can't always. You can't always. So these are fossilized. Oops. Whoa. Unlike super klutz today. You're going to get these, I believe these are fossilized dyed coral, if I'm not mistaken. So you can see, or I think they're coral. So those are fun. I love the color in that. I don't see that color very often. It's like a stormy blue gray. Suzanne says, I sent one, thank you. You get these nautilus shell, or ammonite, yeah, these are nautilus shell check glass beads in that Picasso finish. You're going to get these. These are the trilobites, I believe, in check glass. Look at that color on those. Isn't that fantastic? It has that ambery, but it has that Picasso kind of blue on it. Oh, those are juicy looking. You're going to get this AG fine pewter shell. And this is an antique copper. These are available individually on our website in antique gold, antique copper, and antique silver. If you want to get them individually, the whole goes through from there to there. And then you're going to get the check glass, the vintage check glass drooks with this beautiful reflective blue finish on the amber. So blue and amber is kind of the story here. Coppery, ambery, and blue. $13.50. We have 2 of these available only. 2 of them available. $13.50. That's the discounted price. If no one buys them, they will go to the store or be taken apart. But if they go to the store, they will be back up at retail price. We're offering them here as a special 25% off for our 12th anniversary. Up to 15 people watching. Thank you all for sharing and letting people know we're here. Always nice to feel like there are people out there on the other end of this when we're doing this. And we're not just talking to ourselves, because that can be that way. All right. This is one of my favorites. I love, because of these especially, these are like a little, it's like a cocoon. To me, it reminds me of a cocoon. And you get these are check glass. I don't know if you can see the design on there or not, but they remind me of cocoons. And so you get those, and then you're going to get this cicada toggle from the Allegory Gallery Fine Pewter line, also available separately if you'd like those. This is an antique copper, and this is the other part to that toggle. Let me show you just a little piece. It's like the antennae there. And then you're going to get this check glass, vintage check glass, these rondelles. And then you're going to get this vintage check glass. All right. I love when they have these little dots like that. This is some of my favorite style. I don't know what that coating is called or what that style is called, but I like it. So this is $15, down from whatever is 25% off of to get to $15. I didn't write down all the retails. I ran out of time. But there are 3 of these available if you are interested. 3 of them available. $15, CK 30. Great price for that kit. I know that toggle is a little bit expensive on our site, even though it's not. None of our AG fine pewter is that expensive. But that toggle is one of the more expensive ones. And then you got those 2 pieces of check glass in there. Or 2 strands, I should say, of check glass in there. Whoop. Next up, this is another $15 one, CK31. $15. Let's see, I don't want these to go rolling anywhere. So you're going to get these little birds from the Allegory Gallery Fine Pewter line in antique copper. You're going to get these little flower vase beads. These are vintage Chinese ceramic. These are hand-painted ceramic beads. And then I think this is manufactured strawberry quartz. These are really pretty. I'm not sure what this one is, but I love that color in there. I'm trying to see. This might be a gemstone. You got 2 of them there. They're a gemstone of some sort, I think. And then, oops, that strand broke because I opened it. So you get this strand, and this is kind of the rounds that have the 3 sides kind of lopped off to give you that clear impression through there. So they're frosted or sandblasted on the outside, and then they chop off a side to reveal that kind of clear glass underneath. And then you get these as well. These rondelles. These are really pretty. I just love the light vibe color palette, this minty pastel color palette. We don't do pastels too often, but I love them. So CK31, $15. So it's that time of the day. What are y'all having for dinner? Because I'm getting hungry. I know that's probably not the best thing to do is send people away to eat by talking about food, but yeah, got any ideas what you're all having for dinner? Because we got us some stuff. Suzanne's having meatloaf and tater tots. That sounds delicious. I love tater tots like nobody's business. I could live for quite some time on tater tots because I take them and I put them in the oven, and then I make them with pretty much like almost like taco stuff, like salsa and cheese and lettuce, and I do them up almost like a taco salad and eat them that way. And I love them that way. I love them plain. I love them just salted. I love them with ketchup. I love them with a lot of different things. Michelle says, it's only 4 here. No idea. We just ate lunch not that long ago. What'd you have for lunch? Because I haven't eaten lunch today either. I shouldn't say that. What did I have? No, I didn't. I didn't have anything to eat yet today. I had apple cider. I got apple cider. It's cider season for me. I'm not a pumpkin spice kind of person. I'm an apple cider person, so I love this time of year when the apple cider comes out. The fresh apple cider, the good stuff. And I got a half gallon of apple cider the other day, and I love it. All right, this is CK32. This is $16.50. This is a little bit more expensive one, but there's a lot in this kit, including this Venus of Willendor Goddess check glass strand. So we have this. We have this nice long strand. This is a nice long strand of check glass. Vintage check. Lena says, love hash browns like that. Just shred a potato and add whatever you want in the skillet. Oh, yeah. I love potatoes. I think that's my whole thing. I just love a potato. You do a potato up pretty much any way, and I will eat it. Potato chips, twice baked potatoes, fried potatoes, mashed potatoes, hash browns, tater tots. I love me a potato. So you get this check glass strand. Look how many check glass strands you're getting in here for $16.50 only. This is a much more expensive kit before. And then you're getting this large hole bead from the Allegory Gallery Fine Pewter collection in antique copper. All right, so that's CK32. Lennis's Republic Tea is a great caffeine-free hot apple cider tea. Ooh, I feel like I may have had that before. I'm not 100% sure. But, oh, I think it was you, Lennis, who sent us the, now I'm going to forget what it is, the Tulsi basil tea, and I loved that. I'm now like a total Tulsi holy basil person. I look for it. I love it. I love the flavor of it. It relaxes me. So I just wanted you to know I really enjoyed that tea. I believe that's the one you had gotten for us, if I'm not mistaken. Lennis says, yes, rose Tulsi basil is magical, isn't it? It's so good. It was so good. So thank you. Suzanne says, yes. I don't know what the yes is too, but thank you. Yes. Michelle says, BLT with avocado and potato salad is what you had. Nice. And the little boxes for that Tulsi tea, those were so cute, those little boxes. All right, this is $18.75 for this kit. There's a lot in this kit. I think this is one of the ones I think we did on the giveaway that maybe people said that they didn't see before, but I think we gave one of these or two of these away. I can't remember. There's a lot in this though. Let me get it all separated out for y'all. Okay, so you're getting this big strand of these pretty large hole. Let me see if I can get one. Lena says, oh, somebody buy that now. This is, there are 3 of these ones available. This is the one you're doing. There are 3 of these ones available. Large hole glass. And look at the colors. That teal color is so pretty. So you get that. You're getting these little trilobite beads in check glass. These, I think, are ceramic, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know where they come from, but they're a ceramic. Beautiful. I love so much the colors on these. Let me see if I can get them closer for y'all. Look at that. Just beautiful. And they're fairly large hole. And they're not all going to be the same, but they're fairly large hole. You could definitely get 1 millimeter, maybe 1.5 leather through there. I'm not sure about 2. I don't have any with me to show you, but you might even fit 2 in there. And then you get these shell. And then you get these faceted, I'm going to call them faceted rounds. Faceted rounds in this kind of blue-green color. Very oceany. Oh, and these are Nautilus shells? No, these are not Nautilus. I forget what these are called. But these are from the Allegory Gallery Fine Pewter line. I think we still have these available individually. I don't think these were a part of the private stash. The hole goes through top, side to side, and you get 2 of those in the antique copper. For only $18.75, this strand alone probably is worth $12 at least. This is worth at least another $5. That's almost the price of the whole thing itself. Michelle says lots of aqua colors. Yeah, beautiful aqua. Aquas, teals, greens. Good oceany mix. Good oceany mix for those of you who like ocean or sell things by the ocean or by the seaside. That's a great kit for making things to sell that way. And the reason I was talking about that tea lettuce is I just finally finished. I think you've gotten us 2 different kinds. One was maybe a mint and tulsi or something, and I have been savoring them over time. I know I could just buy more, but you know, it's like you get it in your mind to conserve, and I just finally got through them. Oh, they're so good. CK34. This is a big one. 1950. There are 4 of these available. But this is a giant. There's a lot in this kit. This is like, look at that strand alone. Okay, so you get the Allegory Gallery fine pewter. This is one of the swirl toggles in antique gold color. Then you get this very long strand. Like, look at this. Very long strand. This is probably a close to 24-inch strand, I'm guessing, of the vintage check. You get these hand-carved stone beads, and I don't know if this is an onyx, but they're hand-carved stone. And then you get this AB coated check glass, and then these vintage, I think these are vintage, I want to say resin, vintage resin with the glitter, large hole beads. And then you get this strand of check glass. So you get all of that for $19.50 only. That's a good deal. Holy moly. I don't know what those used to be. I don't know what that is, but there's 4 of them available. Those are big kits, well worth $19.50. Do you like reviewing these kits, getting a second chance or maybe third chance now at these? Because we might do more this week if you like this. If you're finding any of this useful, if anybody, I don't know if anybody's grabbing any of these or not. But if you are, let me know, and we can do more as time goes on. Oops, I forgot the slip. Michelle says, yes, I do. Lena says, that kid is foresty goodness, right? Suzanne says, I like this. Good. I'm glad I'm not boring people with more kits again, but I know you all like the kits. And I know we took them off the online store with intentions of what we were doing with them. And, you know, sometimes the intentions don't happen the same way that you think they're going to happen. This says there are 2 available, but I just looked in one of these bags and it's missing something. So, but I think I do have. I think there's another one of these. So yeah, there are 2. Never mind. Michelle says, helps when I have the money, it helps. Good. Good. This is one of my favorites. I made, starting with this kit, a triple wrap bracelet that's for sale on the website right now. But I used this strand of beads in my triple wrap bracelet when I did it. And I think I combined it with Rudraksha, and I forget what else I used. But these are kind of like little bones almost, kind of the shape that they're in. But I love that color. That's my color right there. And then you get this kind of rope toggle. This is Allegory Gallery Fine Pewter Line rope toggle in antique silver. These big, ginormous, faceted rounds there in glass. And then these little tulip beads in the very, very pretty, that light green, pastel-y green, and clear tulip beads. It's $15 only. Great deal on that. I think that's normally $18 or $19. So $15 with the 25% already taken off. I feel like I'm not very entertaining. Not entertaining, y'all. It's always easier when Andrew and I are both here. We can play off each other. When it's just one, sometimes it's hard to come up with what you're talking about, especially when you're trying to also actually show stuff. It's hard to talk and walk at the same time, you know? Kind of that kind of thing. This is $21, CK36. There are 2 of these available. This is a honey and bee themed kit. Let's get this all on camera instead of halfway off the camera. So you get this strand of beautiful faceted round check glass. You get this strand. These are like the pony beads or the ruler beads in check glass. They have a semi-large hole, not super large, but semi-large hole. Then you get this very long strand. Of those faceted rounds. So that's a big strand. And then another big strand of a smaller size faceted rounds. So this is like, look how it just keeps going and going and going and going and going in the end, finally. So that. Wrap this up a little bit so it's not so wily. And then you get these 4 B check glass, pressed check glass beads in the blue and gold. Michelle says long strand, right? Super long strands in that one. CK36, only $21. And that's a good deal. Look at how much you get in that. That's a good deal. $21 for those long strands. And that's 25% off the original price already. What we have them at retail in the online store. I had to go back through the online store. I still have the items in the online store, but they're turned off. Thankfully, I didn't take them all out of there yet. So I could find the retail prices. Because we don't always mark the bags. It'd be pretty smart to mark the bags, but we at least mark the numbers on the bags to help make sense of things. This is CK37, $16.50. Only one of these available. I don't even remember this kit myself. So there you go. That's how even I forget some of the kits we do. Yeah, I don't remember this kit. I don't know if you all remember this kit. Do you remember this kit? Anybody out there remember this one? You get this S toggle with jump rings already attached. So this is a pretty floral S toggle. This might have been part of the Allegory Gallery line. I can't remember, but we don't have it on the website. It's a special edition thing. And then you get these table cut check glass flowers. Beautiful. Table cut check glass. You get 4 of those with Picasso finish on the outside. And then you get this beautiful AB finish check glass strand. And then these I remember this strand. Michelle says, I think everyone is buying. That's why it's so quiet. I hope so. That would be delightful. That would be delightful. But this has blue and purple and like a clear or a gray. And I love this strand so much. I fell in love with it when we first got it. And I love that it's included in this kit. I forgot about this kit. I don't remember this kit. I don't remember those even in the kit. But CK37, $16.50. Only one of those available. That's the only one. So if you like that strand as much as I do, I'd buy that kit just for that strand. 100%. I would totally do that. Because you don't see stuff like that much. This vintage check, stuff like that around very often. And just look how it goes together. How it looks. Michelle says, I don't remember this kit either. See? I'm not the only one. Most of the kits I remember because I've seen them a number of times, or, I took pictures of all of them. I do all the pictures for the website and social media. Andrew really doesn't do much on our social media account at all. So that's all me. When I take pictures for stuff, I don't remember that one though. Okay, next up the CK38. This is one a lot of people loved. This is the pinch beads, and it's the kind of, it's 4 strands of pinch beads, I believe, different colors of pinch beads. Although those are pretty much close to the same color. I don't know if there were supposed to be 3 strands in there maybe. But you get the pinch beads. I think these are the same color. They're looking the same color to me. So you're going to get 2 strands of those. You're going to get the yellow pinch beads. And by pinch beads, they're a 3-sided bead. It's like somebody went like that on the bead and smushed the edges. And so you get kind of a bump in the center, and then you get them smushed down. So it's like if you go like that. Like that sound effect? And then you get these peachy ones, and then you get this box clasp. So this is a box clasp. You pull that down, and if it'll let me, oh, it's wrapped. It's actually, wow, that's nice. It's wrapped around, so it goes, let me see if I can do this. It goes in here, in there. I guess it doesn't really have to, but you join it here, and that helps keep that from accidentally coming loose. So, sometimes if a box clasp comes open, they're pretty tough. They stay in there pretty well because they're pretty springy. But in case it does unlatch, you got that extra catch on this one, which is really nice. And then you got that crystal in there. And that's the kit for only 12 bucks. Only one of those available. $12, one of them available. CK38. And then CK39, $14.25. CK39, $14.25. And this is going to be the last kit of the evening. We're going to go back into cabochons after this. Andrew has some vintage plastic cabochons that don't look like vintage plastic to me at all. So you're going to get this Allegory Gallery Fine Pewter Rabbit charm or bead, a hole drilled top to bottom. This is an antique silver. These are available in antique silver, antique gold, and antique copper, I believe, in the online store right now. If you like that separately, you can grab a few. Isn't he cute? Or she? Could be a she. But look at the detail on that. Really great pieces. And our Allegory Gallery Fine Pewter line is not that expensive. We've based all the pricing off of previous casting. If we had to, we're trying to get that cast, but it's been a lot of the casters in the country. We want to do it in the US. A lot of them have shut down. So we've had a really hard time getting that up and running. So prices are low because they're based on the last time it was cast, which was many years ago. So we're working off old inventory for that. So please do grab some if you see something you like. It's good pricing. Next time, if we get them cast, if we're able to find someone, I can guarantee all of those prices are going to go up. It may not be by much for some, or it may be by a lot for others, but the prices will definitely go up. That's a fact, because metal has become more expensive and casting has become more expensive. So you get these check glass. I don't know what to call them, because if I say what they are, sometimes we get they're daggers. But Andrew calls them something else now. I can't think of it. But I can't put dagger in the online store because we get our Facebook and Google and all that won't share that particular product. Because it's called a dagger. It looks like a weapon. People think they're weapons. We're trying to sell weapons, and we're not. Don't use beads as weapons, everybody. So these are blue-green crystal check glass. Not crystal, it's check glass. And the same check glass in a larger size. That's CK39, only $14.25. And there are 2 of those available. See, we've sold out on most of our kit, or sold very down to 1 or 2 on most of our kits here, as you've seen. But these few little ones remaining we wanted to show you, and we have a few more that we'll probably show you throughout the week. All right, everybody, let's jump back into Cabochons to finish up the evening for the last, 10 or 11 lots? Boy, Andrew priced these super duper good. CK40, 20 cents each. These are all vintage plastic, and this is what this one looks like. So it has the metallic back, and you have these. And this is kind of that ambery golden color. And let me just show you a bunch of them here. These are faceted cabs. And let me see. Let me see if I can get you a size of it. Oh, this doesn't have very approximate sizing. Let's see. Let's use the good old ruler. These are about 15 millimeter cabs. Hey, Aaron. Is that Aaron? Says the daggers look like dragonfly wings. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. That's my, if that's who I think it is, that's my sister-in-law joining us today. Thanks for joining in. It looks like your picture there. I can only see it really small. This is CK40, 20 cents each. Multiple lots available. Let me just show you. I have a baggie full. I have a baggie full of them. So if you want them, send us that email. These are, again, 15 millimeter vintage plastic. Could you even tell? They don't look like vintage plastic, do they? But they're super light. They're even lighter. The glass ones were light enough. These are even lighter. Perfect for doing projects for earrings or paper crafts where you don't want anything a little bit too heavy. Oh, that is them. It says, yes, we're all watching. Luke was laughing at you on the TV. That's cute. We got to get up and see that boy a little bit more. Haven't been able to lately, unfortunately. Okay, we're doing CK41 coming up. CK41, 25 cents each. This is a larger version of the one I just showed you. So let me put a few of them out here. They're 25 cents each, but I'm going to show you multiple so you can see how they catch the light and all that goodness. And I'm going to measure one for you all. These are 20 millimeter or 2 centimeters, 20 millimeter. Erin says, Lydia has her necklaces out showing me all your fancy beads on her necklace she made with you. That's cute. Yeah, I know she wore it to her first day of school. I saw it in the pictures. I was very happy to see that she still wears them. She's going to have to come down and make some more with us. We haven't seen them in a while come down, so maybe Mima can bring them down and make some more things. But I know you're all crazy busy. As busy as we are sometimes. It's crazy, right? We're all so busy. Michelle says those don't look plastic at all. No, just sometimes, like right here, you might want to, depending on what you're using it for, if it's going to be covered, it's fine. But that's obviously where they made them and then they broke off, right? In the vintage plastic. But other than that, you cannot tell. And I have a whole baggie of these too. So let me know how many you want at 25 cents each for those. When you send your email in, CK41, 25 cents each only. At 25 cents, it's like, whew, I hope a bunch of people order these because it's hard to do the work for 25 cents to get the invoices out and do all that. But we're happy to do it. But it's like, boy, I hope people just buy us out of these. That would be nice. Erin says, oh, yes, she wants to make some more. Oh, good. Good. Always can come down and do crafts. Always can come down and do crafts with us. Always welcome. All right, this is kind of like a bubble cab. You got the metal on the back, so you can glue it down if you need to, or you can seed bead around it, whatever you want to do with these. This is kind of a bulbous, very bulbous one. Let me get you a size on these. These are 20 millimeter as well. And I have specifically 6 of these. 6 of these available. Andrew put multiple lots, but there are, that's it. 6 of those available. CK42, 25 cents each. 25 cents each. This is from Andrew's stash. I believe he pulled those from his stash just to give us a few more goodies tonight to get us up to lot 50. He hates to end on uneven numbers like that. If we'd have stopped at the kits, I think it was, what, 39? Makes him crazy. Michelle says, seed bead around it and it covers the marks. Oh, good. These are juicy little, like, berry bubbles here. CK43, 20 cents each. This is the small one again, and this one is 15. Again, 15. Whoops. I'm like totally dropping everything today. If my brother's watching, I always used to make fun of him for being a little bit wild and dropping things or food, and it came back at me because now that's my whole life, dropping everything. Growing up, he used to be a little bit more wild one, and now it's like I've caught it, whatever it is. So these are nice little red cabs, and these are not self-adhesive. So like the backs I'm showing you, like you can't. Sometimes you get cabs in there, you can pull off the backing and it's sticky. That's not these. You have to do something with these, but it doesn't take much. You can do a little bit of super glue. You can do it in epoxy clay. You can do it in resin if you wanted to set them. You can seed bead around them. So much you could do. Mixed media, paper crafts, polymer clay. Although polymer clay, these are vintage plastic. I don't know if you could. I don't think you could bake those. Maybe not polymer clay on those. Aaron says he still drops everything. See, now we just both do it. And I do have a lot of these ones. So if you like these little red ones, we've got a big stash of them. So have at it. CK43, 20 cents each only. Don't they look juicy? I think so. I hope they're coming off as good on TV as or on your device as they look in person. All right. My mom says, if there was a mess, it was probably Adam. Yeah, back then. Now there'd be no idea who to blame. I guarantee it. No idea who to blame because I drop everything like it's my job. And my job is not to drop the beads. It is to sell the beads. CK44, 25 cents each. There are only 2. These are the large size. I think these are they're going to be 20 millimeter. Yeah, 20 millimeter as opposed to the 15 that I showed you before. We got lots of the 15, but only 2 of those. 25 cents each. Lot CK44. Only 2 available. My mom says, Miss A, that's a Lydia, my niece, and I will have to come down again. Yeah, come on down. Bring Aunt Deb. I know Aunt Deb's been wanting to come down and hang out. She's got a number of orders here to pick up and make stuff out of. So hopefully y'all can come down and make some stuff and visit us a little bit. That'd be nice. Ooh, these are nice too. CK45, there are 6 of these available, and these look like, I think these are copper-plated vintage plastic. Copper-plated vintage plastic. So that's what they look like. I think they're electroplated in copper, if I'm not mistaken. And look at that. Isn't that cool? So 25 cents each, 6 of them available, CK45. CK45, and let me get you the dimensions on these. These are 25 millimeters by 18 millimeter ovals. 25 millimeter by 18 millimeter ovals. Okay. Next up, Ooh, you like green, everybody? Like me? My favorite color. Like my eyes. CK46. It's actually a teal. Well, kind of a teal. It looks teal in the camera. It's a little more green in person, but it has a little touch of blue to it. And these are the faceted vintage plastic cabs with the metal backing that helps give it that more reflective shine and also allows you to do more things with it. If these were all just clear with a coating, you could, when you add glue or anything like that to the back, it might disrupt the coating or might show through. And whereas these have that nice, see, I told you, these have that nice thick backing that you can do stuff on and not hamper the beauty of the actual cabochon. So there are 8 of these available. That's 4 of them showing right there, 25 cents each. Aaron says green is my favorite color too. Yeah, mine used to be red. I still love red and green. That's another reason I like Christmas. You got the good colors, but green is pulled into #1 position for me here in the last few years, I have to say. It's just so fun and vibrant and lush. And now you got clear. We have clear, multiple lots available on these. I think there are 12 of them actually available. Suzanne says Halloween is best. Of course you love Halloween the best, right? One of these has a little bit of gunk on it, so I'm gonna take that one out of the bag. But these are nice clear ones I almost caught it at the 20 millimeter size. These are 20 millimeters, which is about 3/4 of an inch for those of you who do inches. There's a penny there to show you kind of a size. And these are all vintage plastic, so I don't mind throwing these around. I don't worry about them breaking. When I'm throwing the glass ones around, I have to check, make sure I'm not chipping them. So vintage plastic, when it looks this good, is a bonus for me. Ooh, okay, so this is CK48. CK48. And these are tiny gold-plated vintage plastic. Or, yeah, these are the gold-plated ones. These are gold-plated vintage plastic. Check that out. And these are tiny. Well, not tiny, but they are 10 millimeter by 12 millimeters. 10 millimeters by 12 millimeters. Mostly. This one looks a little bit bigger. So they're generally around that size. May vary a little bit. Michelle says you can do earrings, pendants, charms, rings. Aaron says cool. Yeah, Aaron does different kinds of crafting. These would be great for you to add to things if you wanted to. I like to see the things you're doing. Aaron's the one who's been chatting with me about my Cricut and stuff and helping me with some of that stuff. I talk about her sometimes on here, especially when I was doing the sublimation and got the Cricut and stuff. I was talking to you and you advising me on different things. CK49, 25 cents each. These are purple, large. It's like the more I talk about it, the more I do it. I need to stop talking about dropping things or it's just going to keep happening. These are 20 millimeters. 20 millimeters in that beautiful purple. These are great for Halloween. That's a good Halloween color. Aaron's asking, do you sell the metal you can set those into? The bezels. We do not have bezels for all of these. Andrew may have them around somewhere, but we're just selling the cabochons today alone. You can make your own metal bezel. If you don't know how, come down for a visit sometime. We can show you. You can make your own. And then you can also glue these on. You can seed bead around them. And you can use epoxy clay and set them down in epoxy clay because epoxy clay doesn't need the heat like polymer clay. Michelle says Andrew also has a video on YouTube using them with seed beads. So you can do lots of things. There's only 3 of those though. CK49, 25 cents each. First come, first serve when you send us an email for them. And the last one, whew, that's been a show. We've been going for almost 3 hours, y'all. This is CK50. And check that out. These are a nice cobalt blue color. And these are 20 millimeter again. And that cobalt blue, well, that one's not faceted. So let me see. There's actually not 9 of these available because there are 7 of these available. And then there are 2, if anybody wants them, let me know in the email. There are 2 that are not faceted. And then there are 2 that are, or 7 that are faceted. So sorry, there's a mix up here, but if you just send me CK50, I'm going to assume you want the faceted ones. So if you want the non-faceted ones, let me know. But so there's really 7 of these. CK50, there's 7. And then there's 2 bonus here if anybody wants them. Same price, 25 cents each. Aaron says those purple ones are really cool. Yeah, I like all of them. I like them all. They're all fun. We don't deal with cabs too much. We wish we did more. We just don't have teachers to teach seed beating and stuff. But Andrew's been trying to do more of that stuff. Let me flip the camera around and say hello to everybody and goodbye to everybody and all that good stuff. Sorry, we're gonna get better at switching these cameras someday, get more tech up in here, but we're working on it. So how about that? Was that all cool for everybody? Is it gonna work? There we go. Was that cool for everybody? Yay, that's the show. How about that? Celebrate at the end of the show. Thank you all for tuning in. We really appreciate it. I love these. I love these things. So thank you all for tuning in. I hope you liked that show. Hope you got some good stuff. I'm going to go check my email. Again, I did not do the Lee T. Lovendale stuff from the other day. So I'm going to start working on that as well as try to get any requests for these. I'm going to get working on them because Barb is now taking a little bit of a break to go see her grandson. I'm also going to be shipping, so things may slow down a little bit between invoicing. I've been trying to do it every night, but between invoicing and shipping, since we're going to have to take care of all this, it might take a little bit longer to get stuff going. But hold on, stick with me. We'll get it out to y'all. Thank you so very much for tuning in. If you have any questions, the best way to reach us is by email. It's here or here. I have my screen flipped, so it might be different. If I point here, I don't know if I'm actually pointing. On my screen, I'm pointing at it now, but I might be pointing to the Allegory Gallery logo now. I don't know. Maybe I got to do this side. I'm not sure. But the info at Allegory Gallery is up there. Send us an email. That's the only way to officially communicate with us. That's the easiest way. You can send us a text message too. To our phone number, but I only get that when I'm in the store. I'm not going to be in the store tomorrow, so I won't get that. So always send us an email. All right, that's the easiest way. If you message us personally on Facebook or on Instagram, or you send the business at Facebook or Instagram, some of them I can set up away messages that say just email us. Michelle says the other side, so it's up here for you all. Info at Allegory Gallery. Thank you. I was always wondering that. I never checked the replays to know. So email us only. Email is the official way to reach us. Makes it super easy. I can forward those to anybody, even our helpers who do not have Facebook or Instagram. All right. Thank you again for tuning in. Thank you for hanging out with us for almost 3 hours today. For those of you who've been here the whole time, we really do appreciate it. And thank you for all those who are able to purchase from us and continue our 12th anniversary campaign, celebration, extravaganza, whatever. All right. Thank you for tuning in. Have a wonderful evening, morning, or afternoon, whatever it is in your neck of the woods. And we'll see you back here very soon, everybody. All right. Love y'all. Bye now.